Everybody. It's a very light Saturday night special. It's me and Hartman. We're here to hang out. We got some pretty cool stuff to talk about. Hartman's got a new segment he wants to introduce. So we've got some new stuff we're going to test out on you guys. We're hoping others will be joining us. I reached out to Marco and friends. So hopefully people should be bouncing in. So let's see, sit back, relax, and oh crap. And let's get this dumpster fire going.
Warning. The following video contains material that some viewers may find harmful or could be traumatizing to some audiences and doesn't reflect the opinion of Renovision. Viewer discretion advised.
Welcome, everybody.
Howdy.
How you doing tonight, Harmon?
I am tired, but here. I'm here. I showed up.
I forgot about the time change because here in Arizona we don't change time. So I forgot it's either an hour later, an hour earlier. It's tomorrow. I don't fucking know how that goes. It's an hour earlier. So I guess everybody's probably still eating dinner while we're doing this.
Can you hear me?
It's still 5 o'clock here in Arizona, but I think it's only 7 in earlier other places. So I wanted to start the show out by giving a shout out to our boy Matt on the show. Mr. Matt. Mr. Matt got married the other day. He got married Thursday at 4:30 in the afternoon. Cheap fucker. Who does that? But yeah, look at that. Like a studly stud. He married his best friend Aaron. Shout out. This is us at the. It was nice. It was a nice little reception. I made Matt feed me cake, and I also made him dance with me.
Is that you on their honeymoon?
This is us at the reception eating dinner. I made them stop eating dinner to take a picture with me.
It's a church-worthy photo.
Yes. It was a nice, intimate. There's this picture right here. Let's see. Looks like he's thinking about running.
I think
should I be doing
like
this?
He forgot something. Like he forgot to do it, but he doesn't know what he forgot to do.
I think he forgot to poop.
I think he's pooping.
He's pooping right now as he's doing
right there. He is. That's his poop face.
But congratulations to him and Aaron. It's kind of a funny story. I don't know if we've ever told this on this show, but when we were doing Absolute Geek, we had a psychic come on. And the guy was kind of giving us like, I don't even think I had him give me a psychic prediction. If he did, then whatever it was, it didn't matter enough for me to remember. But with Matt, he asked, what's in store for my future? And what actually happened was the psychic was like, you're going to meet somebody here soon. And he was like, yeah, right. I don't even leave my house. How the fuck am I going to meet somebody? Says, nope, you're going to find the one. And it was this whole thing. And, we kind of laughed and joked about it and stuff. But shortly after he met Aaron. So
it wasn't the
psychic.
Off,
and now they've got a baby and they're married. What?
I thought you were going to say it was the psychic.
Yeah, he married the psychic. Yeah, how psychic is that? But no, shout out to Matt. Congratulations to him and Aaron.
It's a pickup game right there.
It was a nice little intimate ceremony. Friends, just a few friends and family. and it had free drinks. So I tried to consume as much of his free alcohol as I could. So I just wanted to start the show off with a big shout out to Matt and Aaron. As you can see, hopefully people are going to be showing up soon. I fucking hope people show up.
Me too.
I don't want to get started with a lot of the news because I want a bunch of people here to talk about it, especially since we've lost members of the comic community here, and I really want people here to talk about it. And so, but I guess we could get started anyway. Anything interesting happening to this week, Hartman?
Not. Oh, I sold my first card for a commission, which was very, very hopeful that it happened.
Let me bring that up. Let me bring that card up, and then you could talk a minute about what it is you do with these cards.
Yes.
Zach Wild, guitar stuff. Here we go. So let me share my screen again.
It felt like an achievement, though. Like that's for sure. So
what exactly,
what I do exactly is
you do fucking.
What say that again?
Oh, I said, does he really hurt? Does he really hurt?
He's killing it.
Jalen Hurts.
Bringing it. Really hurt? Yeah, Jalen Hurts is definitely a hot name on the list this year for quarterbacks. I think Gardner Minshew might be his backup, so kind of feel bad for that guy. He's not going to get any play, but yeah, but I posted him on Facebook. The other day I posted a Cam Akers wearing a Lakers jersey, and that brought a lot of attention to my account online because Cam Akers doesn't play basketball. So I cut up a Shaq card and put him wearing a jersey and holding a basketball.
I don't even know who that
is. I don't either, but I just had two cards in my hand at the same time and they rhymed. So I'm like, let me just make a Cam Lakers card. So, and then it brought a lot of attention, and then I got a commission for this piece right here.
So what did you do to it?
Basically, it's a 2020 rookie card on a 2022 design. I colored it, painted it, cut the vinyl for the logo behind it. And it actually took me probably about 4 hours in all to get it done, start to finish. Thermal printer I used on the name tag at the bottom, and then I lit it with a lighter to get the.
So did somebody specifically ask for you to make this, or did you make it?
Yeah.
And they noticed this one.
He said he was a Phillies fan, and he wanted me to make the card for him, and it's not like I just made it out of rain. Like I asked him, I was like, "Do you want it messy? Do you want it clean? Like, there's different ways that I can go about it." Because I basically took my name off of Kanye West being so different in all the stuff he does, like his work, and you never know what kind of music he was dropping. So I'm like, let me do that for cards. I'm going to put something out, but nobody's really going to know what it's going to look like. Like they're not even going to be able to guess. So, and then I came up with that account, and I'm like, I'm going to turn this shit upside down. So that's my goal, is to basically do card customs that just fuck the whole game up.
Well, it looks cool.
Yeah, I don't like the color, but that's the team. I mean, the color of the card. But yeah, I hate the midnight green on the logo. It's just not great on the eyes. Like it's one of those crayons that you pick up and go, ugh. I'm not gonna use that for anything. Pine trees. But so yeah. That's what I do as a side hobby. I'm just glad it made me some money.
Interesting.
Yeah, man, you should look and see, like, people make crazy stuff. Like one of the guys I messaged online, he did a Spider-Man card recently. You got guys that do pop culture stuff. Like, one guy does like basically pop culture meets like stick it
Pop culture beats
to
what?
the man. Like a housewife over her mouth and a shush. Like in big comic book letters, like, little stuff like that. There's all sorts of different kinds of guys that are art online, and you can fit it in your pocket.
And you can fit it in your pocket.
Art you can carry.
Well, that's cool.
That's
cool,
fun.
Cool. Let's see. Stop sharing. So I guess shout out to the one person listening to us. We appreciate it. Shout out to TK. TK says,
yes. Shout out to you, TK.
Yes.
He's still in here.
So I guess, let's see, we'll get rid of that. So I guess we'll kind of start the news, I guess. God damn it, I didn't want to yet. But I guess we will. So let me share my screen.
You're going to find out.
Damn it. Let's start out with, according to the multiple insiders of Twitter via the Direct, Colin has signed a new Marvel Sony contract that will see the actor return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as the beloved web crawler. While it is currently unknown how many films the new deal will cover, Comic Circus Alex Perez tweeted that Holland's contract does not feature any Disney Plus appearances, which will surely disappoint fans who are hoping to see the web slinger cameo in the upcoming Daredevil Born Again. At the time of writing, reps from Marvel and Sony Holland have not responded to the recent contract reports. So that's awesome. Hey, what's up? What's up, Repair Tech Tony? I'm stoked to see Mr. Holland as Spidey again. I'm like, what does
killer job
Tony and TK think? So far he's been my favorite Spider-Man, so I'm excited to see him.
Yeah, he's a solid pick.
Oh, dude, do you want to hear a story before I continue? About why not to use fucking DoorDash or Chipotle?
Go for it. I imagine I could think of multiples, but
so 2 weeks ago or so, I went and through the Chipotle app, you can order Chipotle and DoorDash brings it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So for some reason, my work, certain people's fucking apps take them to some random apartment complex. I don't know where, but some random apartment complex. So I'm sitting there waiting for my goddamn Chipotle, and it says delivered. And so I called the dude, and I was like, "Hey man, this says delivered, but you didn't deliver it." And he was, "No habla inglés," and he hung up on me. He fucking, and I was like, "Nah, dude, you didn't send it." And he sent me a picture of it instead of some random dude's apartment. I agree, Tony.
They have pictures of the guy eating it?
No, but it's just sitting there, and he's like, I was like, "That's not my place." And I sent the picture of where I was, and he's like, "All right, I'll bring it." And he was like, and he brought it like 20 minutes later. So now it's like we're going on like an hour. And when I get it, it's been opened. Like whoever got it opened it and took a look at it. And I don't know if they started to munch, had a few chips and some queso. I don't know. So I was like, I'm not going to eat this fucking shit. And
so that's like a third party, right?
Says, if you have any problems, what?
That's like a third party. They don't once they the food's out of their hand though. Did they give you any money back?
I'll get to it. And he, but when I get it, like, you know how, like, when you get them, they're taped shut, the bags and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, TK, fucking Holland for Spider-Man. So I get it, and the bag's been opened, which means they rummaged through my fucking food. So I called the number on there, and I was like, hey, first off, it was an hour late. Second, it's been opened up and looked at. I don't fucking want this anymore. I just want my money back. Chipotle's like, oh, we can't refund you because it's DoorDash. You need to call DoorDash. So I called DoorDash, and DoorDash goes, oh, we can't do anything about it because it's fucking Chipotle. So I'm like, so I finally argue. I was like, just give me my money back. It's not that hard. It's easy. Just give me my fucking money back. You know what they did? They gave me a free Chipotle. One meal.
Is it worth it?
No, I'm pissed. I just wanted my goddamn money back. That's it. But okay,
Yeah,
back to Tom Holland. We'll get back to Tom Holland. People are starting to join us in chat.
I figured that was like that. It's mind-boggling. Like he could have got COVID now. Like somebody could. Did you eat any of the food or?
No, I threw it away. God damn it!
Somebody might have coughed out of spite.
But I mean, man, I'm excited to see a Spider-Man 4 now.
God, I want some
and
Chipotle.
5 and 6. Oh, I know. Fuck Chipotle. Fuck DoorDash. Fuck Chipotle.
I don't think I have a Chipotle in town.
You don't have a Chipotle in Indiana?
No, we just got a Popeyes.
Popeye's chicken is the shiznit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Moving on. The 5th Monster versus film. These, according to the crew, it's been to be titled Godzilla and Kong. It officially wrapped up principal photography. Oh, hell yeah. What's up, Dubba?
Up? How you doing, Kyle?
Pretty
Hartman?
good.
What's up, man?
What's up?
Not much. Good to
We're
see you
dying.
I'm here to help. See, what can I do? I've got some buckets.
You got puppets?
I got some buckets to get the water out.
Thought you said puppets. I was excited.
Oh, good. Thank you. We were just talking about Tom Holland signing a new contract to keep playing Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, 6 more movies, right? That's what I read about.
Hope so.
Yeah, I hope so. That's the best. I mean, that's the best thing they got going, and hopefully he's doing MCU movies as well as the Sony movies or whatever, you know, like Avengers and what have you.
Never tried Chipotle. Chipotle's good. Don't get me wrong. Just do not have it delivered in case something goes awry, because you're just, you know, unlike Uber Eats and shit, you don't, you know, like you order something off Uber Eats, they refund you like automatically.
Well, you get a middleman with your food. Nobody likes that.
DoorDash and Chipotle, man, they just didn't fucking, it was like this.
Chipotle is a whole different experience when you're not watching them make your food. I do not endorse getting Chipotle delivered. Never had a good experience with that.
Yeah.
Joe says it's barely worth getting it at the location.
Right.
And you know DoorDash doesn't care if you get extra sauce or anything like that.
No. You're lucky they even give the food to the right place. They might just throw it at your door and run.
If I don't get my extra sauce, I will drive back and
they delivered mine to the wrong place, to some random apartment.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't do it.
And like it was
with sauce.
And when they finally delivered to me, it was open. The bag was open. Like you could tell somebody had went through it.
Maybe they were having a little snack on the way.
I figured they had some chips in queso. Yeah. If you're not in a hurry, just stay that way. It's just DoorDash where the pubes are free.
Oh my god!
I've been doing the chimichanga thing lately with some Taco Bell sauce and some sour cream. Tastes the same.
Like you're making chimichangas?
No, I'm heating them up in the microwave.
Oh, okay.
Put some
dude,
the
air fryer
taco sauce and sour cream.
The air fryer is where it's at. Although I was just running a little bit late. We just finished eating. I made pizza for my wife. So I made dough a couple days ago. So I just finished off the pizza dough. So that's why I can't hurry up and scarf down my pizza and came running downstairs to get online with you, because the whole hour difference, it kind of threw me off. I thought we weren't going on for another hour, then realized that then we figured out that you don't do daylight savings time, so you're on an hour earlier now for us.
Yeah,
Oh, so
we're on at the same exact time we normally are.
Yeah, so this for me it's an hour earlier.
It's still 5 o'clock our time. We
Gotcha.
always go on at 5 our time.
I have no idea when we go on.
Yeah, I thought it was 8 o'clock, so I was thrown off a little bit. So I got the message like, "Hey, anyone going? You're gonna be on there?" I was like, "Oh shoot, I gotta hurry up and finish." I thought I gave myself plenty of time, but nope.
Well, it was like as the week progressed, everybody was like, "Can't make it, can't make it, can't make it," and I get it. Matt got married, like I was telling earlier. Matt got married, and now he's gonna go see Elton John tonight.
Okay.
Sam had to go do lawyer stuff. Ish's family's sick.
Oh.
Sticks had something to do, so it's just like one after another. Everybody kind of. And then Hartman tried to bail at last minute, but I wouldn't let him.
You didn't let him, yeah. That's smart.
I told him tough shit. I can't be tired.
Yeah, I said I'm all in unless you want to go.
I'm tired.
If you don't want to go, then I'm not gonna be mad.
Sam had lawyer stuff on a Saturday night. That's pretty hardcore lawyer stuff, then, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if it was like a lawyer party. I don't know what it was.
It's like an all-night lock-in where all the lawyers get together and
they roller skate and shit.
Extracurricular activities for lawyers, yeah.
I don't know if he's schmoozing to make partner. I don't know what he's doing.
Playing arcade games in Aladdin's castle with the door shut. Like, I mean, real G's.
He's holding hands and couple skating with his boss.
Mm-hmm. Doing some Dance Revolution.
But
hitting all the notes.
Let's get back on track. So, like I said, it's going to be Godzilla and Kong officially wraps principal photography in Australia. 2023 will be used to work on the FX and editing and the promotion build-up. I have to admit, these movies are like they're like the Fast and the Furious to me. They're like
better.
No, not that they're like better, but they're like a secret thing that I really like to watch. You know what I mean? Like it's like a little love thing that I got.
I like them. I think they're good.
I haven't gone to the theater to see any of them, but I would watch any of them if I could watch them at home. I don't know where, like the last. I know that Kong Island came out recently on at home. That's the most recent one.
Close to.
Yeah, I would watch that. Close. Yeah, I mean, I would watch them all, but I haven't. I can't say that I have.
Was Kong Island in Twilight? Was Kong Island like in canon, or was that one with
Thank you, Tony. Guilty pleasure. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't know they had a canon.
Yeah, they're all like related, aren't they? The MonsterVerse. Yeah, they're all like.
I would watch. Like, I mean, I've watched plenty of the old Godzilla movies, but none of the new stuff. I haven't watched any new stuff. So
I enjoyed them. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I'm in. I would watch it. I think we lost Kyle.
Yeah, who knows what he's doing? He's probably singing a song or something. He does that.
Yeah, seriously, it's just pure entertainment.
No, I'm missing alcohol. That's why I can't think of words right now.
Yeah, I watch kaiju movies. I'm a big kaiju fan.
Who's drinking booze?
Dude, I have to. I'm about to switch over to this to really get me going. But
what is that?
Just some
your blood.
Some whiskey.
Ooh.
Some small batch whiskey, but I'm gonna start out with this nasty ass Topo Chico.
Topo Chico.
Topo Chico. They don't taste good.
I don't think they're supposed to.
But that's better. But yes, these are guilty pleasure movies. They're just fun to watch.
Yeah,
like it's a Justin Timberlake album. I love him, but Justin Timberlake's album is more of a guilty pleasure.
Oh, dude, he always brings sexy back.
I will say for Justin Timberlake, I used to spin records, and Justin Timberlake will get the ladies dancing. You always want ladies on the dance floor. Play some JT, and they'll get on the dance floor. So
every time
that 40-40-20 of Timberland Neptunes and Brian McKnight. I was like that. I didn't like McKnight's tracks, but that album was produced by some geniuses.
Yep, good stuff.
All right. Let's see. Zack Snyder has no current plans to return to Warner Brothers and work on more DC films. That's no longer a statement of opinion, but it's fucking fact. He told the Preston and Steve show that he has not been contacted. The filmmaker who is responsible for Man of Steel and continuously a fan favorite among DC fans. DC left during production. Where he left on DC's Justice League, his third film of the franchise. The film was eventually released in a badly reworked form and so poorly received it ground DC to a halt while he spawned his Snyder Cut, which was too long and too fucking drawn out. Are we really sad that Zack Snyder is not going to make any more DC movies?
I watched that movie 6 times.
So you were
While I worked.
Reviews. Oh, wow.
While I worked.
What's up, Nathan? How's it
What's
going?
up, Nathan?
He looks like he's like drunk and trying to like find out what's going on.
I told you I was trying to pick the best pictures I could find of
What's
people
that?
to use.
No, I'm good, bro.
I think we need to move on from Zack Snyder and whatever else. None of that stuff's been working. Like, pick and choose. Like, okay, Matt Reeves is good. We can keep him, let him do more Batman stuff. But James Gunn needs to move on and pick people that can get it right the first time.
Did he pay for that out of his pocket? The Snyder Cut?
No.
He didn't pay for that. I thought he did reshoots and all that stuff on his dime.
I don't think so. I mean, like they actually officially released it on HBO, so I mean they had to have. I think they put money into it.
Like they filmed the Joker scene in his backyard, from what I read.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
it wasn't his money. He was trying to save him. He just didn't get a lot of money. No.
So Hartman, Joe has a good question for you. Did it get any better with subsequent watching?
Hold on. Say what?
You watched
Did
it
it
6
get any
times.
better?
Was the 6th time better than the first time?
I think it was more of a like not paying attention constantly.
Yeah.
So those scenes that were drawn out, those were really the ones that killed. Like it's like, listening to those chicks sing and then watching that Flash save that woman like he was doing bad things to her without touching her. Like that was I did not enjoy it. So like not paying attention, I didn't think it was bad. I think if they would have cut all that BS out, it would have been fine.
But so if they would have cut all the BS out, it would have been the original.
They cut all the scenes that, like, we all know come on, man. Let's get to we all realize why you're doing it. We get it. Just cut 5 minutes out of this little scene here and we'll all be thankful. And I think that happened like 3 or 4 times, right? He really liked Ezra. Ezra really had his screen time in that movie.
I thought it was just long and terrible.
I think it was better than the one that I saw the first, like with the stash, the CG stash. But I don't know. I'm not a DC fan. I'm not.
Yes, if only there was more Cyborg.
I've been a huge DC fan my whole life, just not of the DC movie universe.
I like the animation. I like the animated stuff.
Yeah,
like
that's the stuff.
They've got it there. They kill Marvel with the animation. But
100% agree.
And I was watching the Deathstroke one, and I'm like, they said like they were showing blood and stuff. I'm like, oh my god, I completely forgot that like it's rated R. Like they don't.
Oh, the movie? Yeah.
It's just the animation. They really don't emphasize like this is like dark stuff. Like you're gonna see blood. And I just thought it was Batman like the Batman animated show. Like I thought it was all censored like that. I didn't even think or go to look and see what the rating was. So I'm all in on DC's animated stuff.
So Double J says Snyder just didn't take a full salary. Warner still footed the bill for $40 million for reshoots.
I'd like to know where he shot that Joker scene though. See if I
I forgot that's out. I still need to start watching it because I love Titans. That's what I should have watched today instead of Psych. Damn it.
Yeah, I recently got access to HBO, but I think I said this before. I haven't been able to get past having South Park at my disposal, so I've been
Oh, it's a
catching up. It's so easy
Snyder
to just get
almost
sucked
shot.
in.
It's so easy to get sucked into
So
South
easy to
Park.
watch South Park. I mean, just like, oh yeah, Titans. There's so much. All the DC animated stuff is on there. Nope, haven't watched any of it. Just keep watching South Park.
Yeah, it's easy to get sucked into South Park.
I gotta move on. I gotta start watching Titans. I keep hearing
I
so
gotta
much
correct
stuff
it.
about it.
Is it Snyder revealed that he almost shot the Batman and Joker interactions in secret before Warner Bros. Approved the shooting?
So he wanted to.
Yeah, that was his original plan. And then he like looked at them like, "What? You guys are gonna give me money that I could? Okay, cool. Yeah,
I like money.
bro. Of course, bro.
Okay.
I like good-looking men. My men
I'm
in
gonna skip
shape.
this scene real quick, and I'm gonna come back to
Speaking of
Kevin.
good-looking men,
So the new Penguin show that's coming out on HBO Max, it says it's coming out in between Batman 1, Batman 2. Now beyond that, it's fun for the audience to know that it's going to bridge the gap. But Mr. Colin Farrell says he can't do more than that. I think it's cool that they're going to do that. It's going to fill in some blanks leading into the next movie.
I think it's great. I think he did a great job as Penguin. The movie was good. I mean, it's a good Batman movie, so I mean, I'll watch it.
Joe says you don't like oversaturated colors and unnecessary slow mo, JJ.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. But I'm actually excited for this show. Usually, I'm not super excited for like the one-offs, like the Pennyworth show and all that.
Yeah, I didn't get
Like,
into any of those.
yeah. But this is I'm actually kind of excited. One, because it's on HBO Max,
Right.
so at least it's going to be a little more. It can be a little more rough, and we can see hopefully some nudity. No, I'm just playing. But at least it could be a little bit more like adult, and what I mean, like
Yeah, hopefully it's a crime story. Hopefully it's a decent story
yeah.
that they can tell without, CW limitations.
That's what I'm hoping. Really,
Right.
HBO will make sure to do and not make it like long and boring like fucking their other shit that they do. So,
Uh-oh. You're getting all kinds of pushback on that one.
oh, whoa,
Look at
it was
that.
interesting.
you
I
guys
like
shit
it.
on Snyder, but I swear he's done something to the film world. His the way he shoots, like he's like a MacGyver when it comes to that shit.
Maybe I'll give Pennyworth a shot,
I will too.
just because.
Bam Bam. I mean, you got those all in the same second. The three comments came in all at the same time, so they were fast.
And everybody that just commented, I value their opinion. So
Yep.
if they say it's good, then I'm
It's
sure
worth
it's
it.
good.
All right.
So,
Put it on the list.
damn.
Value
All
your
right.
opinion.
And one other person actually
Take
was
your
like,
bag of
"What do you mean
dicks
you're
and
not
get
fucking
out of
watching
here."
Pennyworth? Like, that show is really good." And I was like, "What's he doing? Is he just like serving food to the Waynes, or like what's like?" It's just showing him like cleaning and shit. Like
Doing
what?
laundry, ironing
Yeah,
the shirts, ironing the cape.
like it. You know what I mean? Like he's chasing around Bruce, and giving him baths. I mean, why? What the hell? What? But I guess he's like an agent. It's before all that.
History.
Yeah. So, but I'll give it. Now I have to give it a shot.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I have to give it a shot. Okay. The new It going to be coming out. It's called Welcome to Derry. The series has been described as a prequel, largely because fans recall Pennywise the Clown was finally defeated at the end of It. Chapter 2, considering the fact that the entire entity's presence in the main town goes back thousands of years, emerging every 27 years of feed. There's plenty of events that show and it can explore. And according to one HBO Max person, it's going to include some demented scares.
I want to see the dancing, the clown
Like,
dancing.
that's awesome. I hope we get like a fucked up version. Like it's like another thing, HBO Max. Okay, let's make this shit fucked up. Let's go back to, let's go back to the beginning. Let's really like demented scares. Like to me, that puts it on a high pedestal for me.
I've never seen it.
It's not out yet.
No, I mean the original.
You haven't seen it?
Nope.
I saw the most recent, the one with Bill Skarsgård in it, 2 movies that they had, and I saw those. I never saw the original Tim Curry one. But I saw this one. It was the first one.
It was a made for TV.
Yeah.
So that was the level that it was at, made for TV, and then the movies. The first one was really good, and the second one was just a fucking dumpster fire.
But they passed on the orgy.
Yeah.
So they're made for TV. Like, was it on like broadcast television, like ABC Family Hour or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Read us a passage from the book, Kyle.
Let me go get it. I read it. It's so long.
The orgy.
That fucking like I'm a Stephen King fan, but sometimes that motherfucker gets diarrhea of the fucking. Like, we don't need 6 pages of motherfuckers tying their shoes.
Like to talk.
Like, it's a really long book. Like, it's fucking long. It says, as if
Right.
the story wasn't already messed up enough with clowns and questionably inserted underage sexual implications. But yeah, I mean, I don't. If they're doing the backstory, but I think it's going to be fucking. I hope he just I hope it's almost like a story, like he's perfecting his art, of killing children. So maybe he fucks up.
So he doesn't have to do it in real life.
Like he rips an arm off and it still gets away, and he's like, "Fuck."
Yeah, that dude's scary.
So I mean, I'm excited for any content like this. I just hope it's good. That's all you can really hope for.
You just like gore.
This is a bummer. This is a little bit past my time. This was probably most people's parents' times, but there was nothing cooler than watching Gallagher smash fucking watermelons. Gallagher, the innovative prop comedian known for smashing watermelons as a part of his act, died Friday of organ failure. His former manager, Craig, confirmed to Variety and he was 76 when he died. Funny dude. Smashed watermelons. That had been like, you remember people in the front row, they were always wearing like the fucking rain things so that they didn't get covered in watermelon.
Fun fact, in a video, you can hear somebody go, "You should be smashing pumpkins." And that's where the band got their name, Smashing Pumpkins, from.
I thought this was the original Gallagher that actually died.
No, I'm lying.
Pachos! I told you guys I'm fucking like half out of it today and I haven't got to drink, so.
Gallagher was not the reason for Smashing Pumpkins, the band being created.
Oh, good one.
Can't have people lying about that. The world is a vampire.
It was the original Gallagher died. His brother also did a Gallagher skit copying off of him. He gave permission to his brother to do it. I remember reading something about that a while back. But it's not. I don't know if his brother's going to continue doing it, but this was the original Gallagher that did pass.
Yeah.
I created the watermelon smashing. I'm sure he was the first person in the world that ever did it.
Leftover, how was he an asshat later in life? I'm going to Google how much of an asshat was he?
The pumpkin or the watermelons are grateful. They will never lose another because of this man.
I never really found Carrot Top that funny. Did you guys?
How dare you? He is a freestyling master at what he does.
I found him about as funny as Dane Cook.
Something sticks.
I found him as funny as Dane Cook.
No, Dane was just...
and you get a out of him, but it's not really like.
Yeah. But a lot of you get a lot, but it's like quick. but it happens. You know, he pulls
And
out
then
like
he
a
got
helmet with a
fucking
mirror on
droid.
it. Yeah, so you can see behind you. That was a good one.
I have to admit that I did see Carrot Top live.
Didn't he Vegas
Um,
show?
Nope,
Yeah.
I was. He came to I went to Western Michigan. He came to college. We 5 students had to pay $5 to see him. So me and a bunch of my friends.
$5.
Yeah, $5. We got high and went to go see Carrot Top for $5, and that's all I remember about the show.
They both suck.
I wish I would have
Joe
seen
said-
Norm Macdonald. That's what I
Mhm.
really wish I would have seen.
Oh yeah.
That's a whole different.
That's a whole
You're not
nother level.
comparing, the Carrot Top or Gallagher to Norm Macdonald.
But
Norm
I think
Macdonald was a
that
legend.
I think that we sleep on them all. Because I didn't start listening to Norm until after he passed away, and I'm like, this dude is like to take a 2-minute joke and try to make it into 7 is like outrageous for everyone involved.
Norm Macdonald on Saturday Night Live was some of the best Weekend Update in the history
All
of
of his
the world.
OJ jokes.
So good, so
This
unbelievably
week,
good. Yeah.
California legalized murder.
Right. Oh my God, so good, so dry.
What's up?
Hey Joe, how's it going?
Dom, what's up, brother?
What's going on, man?
We were
Good to
talking
see you.
about Gallagher kicking the bucket.
Oh yeah, him
And
and
we're talking
Conroy,
about other
man.
comedians that are just as bad, like Carrot Top.
Norm Macdonald. Okay, I was gonna say Norm Macdonald's amazing.
Dude, I went and saw Joe Rogan one time, dude, and I was laughing so fucking hard, like my whole body hurt from fucking Joe Rogan.
I saw Burr live. That's the only live comedy show I've been to. I want to see Mulaney.
You know, Gallagher. I used to see all the time on television back in the late '70s, early '80s. It tells you how old I am. Jeez.
Tennis small pa.
Did you think he was funny?
I actually thought it was hilarious with the watermelons and stuff like that. You know, people in the front row used to get the watermelon all over them. He used to smash
What was
them
the
like no other.
joke exactly?
I Nathan says his last meal was a sliced watermelon.
That sucks. You
But
know what sucks, man? It tells you that we're getting old. All the icons growing up that we watched as kids and teenagers are all hitting the bucket.
Yeah,
yeah, they are.
so true.
Let me see.
Oh man.
One last thing
Okay,
about Norm Macdonald, really quick. If anybody has not seen the movie Dirty Work, go get that movie and watch that movie.
That movie is pure genius.
Amazing
prostitutes
movie.
in his trunk
So good.
or
So
hookers.
unbelievably good.
It was my first introduction to Artie Lang.
Yes, and that's right, Artie Lang too. Wow,
Dude is fucking
So good.
hilarious.
so funny.
The dad, the hornball dad. I remember him from Problem Child.
So good.
Grandpa.
It's still such a bummer too, because that movie got edited down so bad it flopped.
Yeah, it didn't do
Yeah.
well at all.
But it was actually a funny movie. Like I enjoy it.
So, like,
Idiocracy. That's a great movie too. That
ahead of their
encourage
time.
you
These
to
movies
watch.
were ahead of their time. Like they came out too soon. And if they would have come out a little bit later, they probably would have done a lot better.
Did you ever hear about what they did with Idiocracy? They released it with all these sponsors, and at the very right before they aired it, all the companies found out that they were getting shit on by the movie. Like instead of like Mountain Dew and stuff thinking they were getting props, it was like all bad publicity. So they pulled it from I think all but 8 theaters.
Oh,
the United
nope,
States.
did not know that.
Yeah, Mike Judge's movie Idiocracy.
Yeah, well, I know. Yeah, I'm familiar with the movie. I didn't know they got pulled.
Yeah,
I saw it
that's
on
why
TV.
that's why it didn't get big at all because nobody saw it.
Oh man, that thing's a cult classic now, and it's
Yeah.
fucking so true.
Right.
Mhm,
It's,
Don't have to
it's
worry about
great.
watching it now because you're living it now. So
mhm.
All right, so
Dom, just want to say belated happy anniversary.
I appreciate
You?
that. Thank you.
Absolutely.
You know, it's funny. I try to have 2 separate accounts on the Instagram account. You know, doing my my comic stuff and my toys and stuff like that, and then have my own personal thing. But I got rid of the other one, so I just put everything on the one account.
Yeah.
That damn picture got more friggin' likes than my friggin' comic book Star Wars stuff, and I'm like, damn, man.
Yeah.
But it's all right. It's cool. It's all good.
People want to know the man behind the Dom Tober. That's great.
I appreciate everybody that wished me an anniversary out there, which is really cool.
How long? How many years?
4 years.
Wow.
Nice.
4 years. It's going to be 10 years that we're together, but 4 years married, which went by pretty damn fast, man. Tell you, man, time flies.
For
You
sure.
have to enjoy every moment. That's the. And look, since I turned 50, I'm 52 now. So since I turned 50, you always hear me saying, I'm in my 50s. I got to wait till my 60s. You keep telling me, what's wrong? I feel that, not to say that I might kick the bucket tomorrow. Who knows? Anything can happen. But I'm just saying the fact is that all these things that are coming out, by the time I see these things, I'm going to be almost 60 years old, then 70 years old. And it kind of sucks because I want to be younger again to watch these things again. And that's why I always say that. But this day and age, man, once I turned 50 and all the shit that went on in the last couple of years, with all the BS, pandemic and stuff like that, really changed my outlook on a lot of things because it made me think of life really serious. Not that I didn't think of serious before, but really serious because it goes beyond what you can control. And that's a scary thing. You see the shit that goes on and it's like, damn, this is life now. This is what we have to deal with. And I want to enjoy the fun things, but the fun things are getting overrun by all the shit that's happening. And that's why I'm in my head, which I shouldn't think about things like that, but it just sucks because I want to enjoy things, man. I want to travel. I want to friggin' see things. I want to enjoy what I love, and it's just with stuff like this going on in the back of your head, you're like, is shit really going to hit the fan like in a couple of years? Like 2025, you never know what the hell's going to happen, But that's why I try to stay. That's why I'm so in tune with my shit to try to get my mind off all this stuff. But life does get in the way. And
That's exactly what it is, Dom. You got to focus on the things you can control.
I'm trying.
And that's it. That's it. That's all you can do.
I'm trying that as well.
And the one thing I can tell you about 2025, that's when the MCU will be allowed to use the X-Men.
Yep.
That's the one thing I know about 2025.
Speaking about X-Men, did anybody see Black Panther?
X-Men.
I did see it.
I am. Let me see.
What everybody think about it?
I am 51 minutes into it.
Oh,
okay.
So
into the movie.
So far, it's not bad, but yeah, I'm 51 minutes into it though. So
without any spoilers, I will say that I definitely enjoyed it. I saw it Thursday night, and definitely enjoyed it. I think they did a fantastic job taking care of giving
closure.
Boseman tribute, giving us closure on that. And I like the way they portrayed the characters, and I actually will probably see it again in the theater at least once. I thought it was that good.
My wife.
Yeah,
my
what
wife
I'm watching is. It looks like some of the subtitles are in French. So some of the stuff I don't actually know what they're saying.
But what the crazy thing is that it sucks that he passed away because there was like so much that he could do because he had all right, you could have recast. They could have recast. They could have went that route and did that. But there was something about Chadwick. That his charisma, the way he held the way his persona, the way he
carried himself.
He had that Black Panther. Like when you watch the other characters become the superheroes, it takes a little while to that's definitely like Robert Downey Jr. Like he became Iron Man, then Captain America. It took me the second movie to really say that was Captain America. And that's talking about. But when you saw him portray Black Panther, you're like, yep, that's Black Panther right there, man. That is the persona of Black Panther, and that's why I think the whole the recasting thing was thrown out the window because nobody could fill his shoes with that one movie that he did. So
sometimes I like that they did that. Like sometimes it's not worth. Like you said, he did a great job as it. So now it's gonna be like it would be almost like the Joker parody or. You know what I mean? Like now, it doesn't matter who plays Joker. We've already kind of set the standard as who played the best Joker, and now everyone's compared to that person, so everyone kind of falls short.
Yeah.
So if they would recast as a new Black Panther, we already have picked this as who we think is the best. So I don't think anyone would be able to play it. Everybody would just kind of shit on it.
Well, look, I was reading a lot of reports. People were shitting on this movie already, man. They're saying that it's woke, it's this, it's that, and that's the one thing that bothers me is that we can't enjoy anything because there's always that mob out there that is putting this propaganda shit out there saying that it's woke and all these things. Just enjoy the movie.
Right.
Come on, back in the 80s and 90s, no one ever said, oh, things are woke. You had a woman that was the lead. Oh, she's badass. Now you have a woman that leads. All of a sudden it's like, damn, oh, it's woke. They gotta put a woman there. Oh, he'd be a woman Black Panther. Come on. Look, just enjoy. Like I said, this is why life is short. You have to have fun. And these movies are meant for enjoyment. And if you don't like it, don't watch it. Just don't shit on someone else that wants to enjoy what is given to us, because think about it. We never had this stuff back growing up. It's an enjoyment now that we're enjoying all this stuff that we're getting now between Star Wars and Marvel. And now hopefully DC turns itself around and people can enjoy some DC stuff. I'm not a big DC fan, but I'll go see some stuff. Like if Lobo does come out, if there's a Lobo movie that they hinted at, I would definitely go see that. But this movie really, I had tears, man. If you didn't have a tear, I don't know. It was one of those things
You're not
where
the only one.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
Yep.
Kevin Smith once again cries at something comic book related.
I thought
I
he
think
just cried all the
learned to
time.
cry on command.
I think he
It's not
just
a
has
picture.
red eyes and uses that.
No, the actors can cry, man. They have that way of crying. They can cry on tune.
Good actors can.
Exactly.
But I mean, what's he crying about though? Like, did he step on something? He just all the time is this guy.
And look, I'll be honest with you.
He's
There
just
was a tear.
emotional.
Me and my wife teared up too. It was an emotional movie.
He was crying in Wakanda. I thought he was just crying. I didn't read the quote.
No,
like this
he
guy
was crying
there.
about the new Black Panther movie.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Once again, Kevin Smith fucking cries.
You should have
But now that I got
said,
everybody,
finished the quote and then covered it up and let us guess.
I don't know. Kevin Smith.
I can take it away and go, guess who cried again?
Didn't he
Was
cry
it over
when they were?
Tombstones? B?
Why can't Kevin Smith buy clothes that fit?
Well, he's still wearing his stuff, his Fat Man clothes when he lost weight. I think he's still wearing the 2X that he had.
His jersey company's reaching out for him, going, "Come on, dude, buy another one, just one more."
I go into every movie with zero expectations. Let's just see what they did.
See, that's what you have to
that's
do.
how I get it. I try not to
you
compare
have
it to
to.
anything. Yeah, I think it's the best way to go into a movie. Then you can, if you like I said earlier with the new It prequel, I've already put it on a pedestal because of what they said, and now I'm scared that I'm actually going to be bummed out that it's not going to deliver what I think it is. And
Right, because you're setting your expectations so high.
yeah,
Let's remember, was it Endgame? When Endgame came out, the expectations, how high everybody had for Endgame, and it did deliver. I can tell you, it did deliver. I really enjoyed that movie. That's one of my favorite movies of the last 20 years. But movies today, they don't have that magic touch that gravitate and grab people. They put stuff out just to make money and they hope it's good. So.
hey, we've got our special guest
I go in
today.
spoiled to everything. I'm spoiled. I know
Hello.
everything before I see it.
Let me stop sharing. You must have been on. I forgot about the time change this week because I'm in Arizona, so there is no time change for me.
Yes.
So we went on our normal time, and so everybody was going to come on later because I completely forgot. But we have our special guest Madeline on. Why don't you tell yourself? Why tell our viewers and our listeners and everybody about yourself and about your projects?
Sure. Well, first, thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. My name is Madeline Holly Rosing. I am the writer-creator of the steampunk supernatural series, Boston Metaphysical Society. It's about an ex-Pinkerton detective, a spirit photographer, and a genius scientist who battles supernatural forces in late 1800s Boston. So far, we have a 6-issue. Our original volume 1 is a 6-issue miniseries. We have 4 standalone sequels out, which is now what I call volume 2. We put that together in a beautiful trade with a bonus story. We also have a standalone audio drama, full cast, special effects, along with a prequel novel and an anthology of short stories and novellas. So yes, that's our web store. Thank you. The cover there, that is the cover of volume 2 done by Marguerite Sauvage.
Oh, nice.
So how did you come up with this whole kind of universe and metaphysical society and everything?
Well, the story started out as a TV pilot that I wrote when I was in film school at UCLA. And it was originally just a period piece detective. You know, I think the original name was 1900 Detective Agency, something like that. And a friend of mine suggested that I develop it in a steampunk world. And at the time, I mean, I'd heard of steampunk, wasn't that familiar with it. So I did the research and then went back and redeveloped it and came out with this. So it's sort of like a marriage of my love of science fiction and history, because I love both. And so developing an alternate universe has been a lot of fun. It's very much steeped in American history. And the divergent point was the War of 1812 with the British. So after that, things start skewing differently.
That's cool.
Oh, nice.
And,
so what are they?
yeah.
What are they doing in this? Are they?
They primarily you could think of them as a paranormal detective agency,
Okay.
but it's a very large and deep universe that they live in, where it's now called the Great States of America instead of the United States of America, and it's run by the great houses, which are essentially families, industrial families who control the politics and the economy of America. The government is what I refer to as a parliamentary oligarchy, and it's a very rigid society where expectations of women and classes are very, very structured. And so Samuel Hunter, who is the ex-Pinkerton detective, comes from what I call middle district or middle class, but he married into one of the great houses, and which so he straddles multiple worlds. And I don't want to give away too much away, but
Yeah.
later on, he puts together a team which consists of Granville T. Woods, who is the genius scientist here, and who's an actual historical figure. He's an African-American scientist who did live during that time period and dealt with Edison and Westinghouse. I do have Tesla in the story, along with Bell and Houdini in the original 6-issue miniseries. But the real Granville actually sued the real Edison and won, because Edison stole some of his patents, because he did that to everybody. But yeah, it was pretty unique that he won. And I was fortunate enough that in my research, I discovered him and say like, hey, he'd be a great part of the team. So I made him part of the team. Caitlin O'Sullivan is our medium and spirit photographer. She's a fictional character. And the Irish in American history, if you recall, we're a minority group and not treated well at all. And so that's the same here. And so she's always pushing the boundaries of what she can and cannot do. And her father was Samuel's partner for a while, but when he passed away, Caitlin took his place. And in the second sequel, it was called Spirit of Rebellion, you're introduced to Alma Bryant, who is also a fictional character. She is an amateur scientist. She's the African-American woman you see on the cover of Volume 2. And I eventually integrated her, and she is also now a part of the team. So as the story has progressed, obviously I've added more characters and developed them more. And I do move them around a little bit. The first 6-7 issues, they are in Boston. They're in Philadelphia for a little bit. Then they're back in Boston. And then the new series that we're in production right now, called Mystery at Pikes Peak, is in Colorado Springs. I bring Tesla back into the story. So it's rather expansive.
So, you said that they deal with the paranormal. Is that based on your own things with the paranormal, or is the paranormal just something that you're interested in?
It's something I'm interested in. I use the paranormal and ghosts and spirits more as metaphors than reality. I actually don't believe in ghosts, but I have a fun time writing about them.
Because I do a whole nother podcast about the paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's that. Anything paranormal always, piques my interest. Is like I like when people write about it and stuff like that. So, go ahead.
It's been a lot of fun developing it into this universe, because it is an integral part of the universe. It's not. It's just people accept it. Sometimes they don't like it, but they do accept it. But it is just a regular part of how they live and what they have to deal with, which made it a lot of fun for me and these characters that people don't make a big deal about it, and often it's just more annoying than anything else for some, depending on the different cases they have to deal with.
So it looks like she has powers. Yeah.
She, over time, her psychic abilities have increased. In the first 6-issue miniseries, they deal with a being that I call the Shifter, and the battle with the Shifter changed her, and she eventually started developing telekinetic powers. And so cool. she continues to evolve as all the characters do, going through the various traumas of their lives.
So there's a trade paperback with the first story, and now you have a second trade paperback, but there's also like a CD story in there as well?
Oh, that is the Ghost Ship is an audio drama, and it is a standalone story that takes place during the time period of the original 6-issue miniseries. It just features our 3 main characters, Samuel, Caitlin, and Granville T. Woods. When a ghost ship sails into Boston Harbor, and whenever anyone boards her, they die. So they are hired to discover the mystery of it and hopefully make that stop. It is a full production, full cast. We have, I think we had 12 actors on board, original music, special effects. So it's like your old time radio play.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
And you can either get it from me. I have it on CD, which includes commentaries, or you can download it for free on Spotify or any podcast, platform that you like. The difference being is that will have commercials and there's no commentary. But yeah, you're welcome to download it. It's 8 episodes. Like I said, it's a complete story. Each episode is about 30 minutes long. So it's kind of perfect for if you're doing your cardio at the gym to listen to it, or your average commute to work if you're going into work.
Now, the books are just about the paranormal. No monsters, nothing like that. No, like vampire-ish or vampire werewolves or anything like that.
No. It's just about the paranormal. There are demons.
Okay.
But they're not your traditional demons. They don't come from some hellmouth or anything like that. They are the way I've developed them. They are a sentient species that have evolved alongside us, and are much, much older than we are.
Cool.
Interesting.
I like that.
Which of these, like, I see you have a coloring book as well.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. So you said these are, what was your most favorite, like, was your most inspirational, and like the one you were like the words were just coming out of the pen or the type, the computer, and you were just like, like the most fun that you had writing that one issue that was just like, wow.
It's kind of funny because it's like after I did the standalones, it's like every time I finished an issue or a story, I'm going like, this is it. This is what I love the most. And then I do the next one, and it's like, oh no, but this is my favorite. And it's been that way for the covers too, because like every cover is like, oh, this is my favorite cover, and then the next cover comes, oh no, this is my favorite cover. But yeah, I mean they're all different. They're all interesting. Book of Demons was the last standalone that came out. It is also part of Volume 2. Volume 2 includes Scourge of the Mechanical Man, Spirit of Rebellion, Ghosts and Demons, and the Book of Demons, plus a bonus story with art by Roberta Ingranata, who did the cover for Volume 1 and does Doctor Who for Titan Comics right now.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
So I make it a point to hire female artists and colorists just because they never seem to get their due. And I've been very fortunate in who I've hired, and a number of these women have, sort of come from nowhere. Like Emily Hugh was the original artist for issues 1 through 6, which is Volume 1. And I got her right out of school. And she just did a delightful job. Gwen Tavares, who did the 4 sequels, she had done a few things before, but her 4 years with me, she now gets more work than she can handle. She did a marvelous job. They all have.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Book of Demons, actually she did the cover. Gwen did the cover for the Ghost Ship, and the Book of Demons, which you see there, and then Volume 1, the cover, that's Roberta Ingranata.
And the artwork looks phenomenal.
So you said you found her right out of school. How did you find her?
Yeah, I'm very choosy. I make huge lists of artists, and I just pour over their portfolios because there's Boston Metaphysical is a brand now, and so I need it to look and like feel a certain way. And our new artist, Elizabeth, and I'm probably going to destroy her last name. I have to have her sound out for me. Ms. Hedze. I'm sorry. If Elizabeth is listening, I apologize so much. She's actually Georgian, as from the country of Georgia. So I'm sure I've I know I've obliterated her name. She's not well known yet, but I think she will be after we're done, because she's doing a bang up job along with my new colorist, Katie Brown. So I've been having a great time working with the both of them. We're about halfway through the first issue of Mystery at Pikes Peak.
Okay. Now,
Which should be
Pikes Peak is a beautiful place.
Yes.
Like
yes,
I'm interested to see that one because it's such a beautiful place to go visit. So what's going to be happening with that? Like what draws them to Pikes Peak?
Well, after what happens in the Book of Demons,
much.
they basically need to get the hell out of town. So they leave Boston and it was a nice way to bring Tesla back because Tesla's experimental station was there during that time period in Colorado Springs, and Tesla basically owed them one, so that's why they end up in Colorado Springs, and other things start happening while they're there. So that's
nice.
That's been fun.
Now I know you like history, definitely history because of the history time period. What like horror and supernatural like movies, like TV shows, gave you some kind of inspiration towards doing the paranormal part of the books?
Well, yeah, I'm actually not much of a horror fan, though I occasionally do write it. I actually don't like watching. It's weird. I don't like watching it, but I can write it.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes any sense.
It's kind of like my wife. My wife watches the ID channel, everything that's real, and not scared of it, but she can't sit down and watch a horror flick because she's afraid of it. Meanwhile, the ID channel's real, and it's
it's always strange that way. I know I'm big on the historical. Obviously, it's not supernatural, but I'm just rewatching like Peaky Blinders, and which is great.
Yep.
Carnival Row, which kind of has that fantasy historical otherness to it, which is really cool. What else? I watch a lot of stuff, so it all kind of blends.
Yeah.
What else? I know. I'll think of it when we get off. You know that, right?
Of course.
Yeah, that's always been. Well, where can everybody find your works? That's
well, the website, they can either type in Boston Metaphysical Society.com, which will redirect them to what it's called. It's called Queen of Mercia. I incorporated about a year and a half ago. So my company's called Queen of Mercia LLC. So everything's falling under that. So, but you can type in Boston Metaphysical and it'll all redirect you to the website. And there you go. That's it. And there's the blog. You can actually read the first 6 issues online. Oh no. But yeah, you can read like I said, the first 6 issues online through the website. And you can pick up volume 1 either through myself or through SourcePoint Press. Volume 2 is only with me right now through my web store. And like I mentioned, the Ghost Ship audio drama, you can get CDs from me, or you can download it on pretty much any podcast platform that's out there.
So you said it's through SourcePoint Press, so we should be able to also ask at our comic shops as well, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
That is.
When do you think Volume 2 will be coming out to shops?
I have to talk to SourcePoint about that. It depends. They have a schedule, so they have to tell me what the schedule is. But yeah, that's Emily Hughes' work.
Wow.
And the colorists were Fariza Kamaputra and Gloria Cali for issues 1 through 6.
Are you doing any appearances or anything coming up at Comic-Cons?
Not this year. I'm pretty much done for this year. Next year, right now, it's Clockwork Alchemy, which is a small steampunk convention in Northern California, and Fan Expo Denver. But yeah, I have applications in for Emerald City, San Diego, WonderCon. We're normally at San Diego on WonderCon.
Okay.
But,
Awesome.
you know, I don't like to be presumptuous and say like, oh, that's where we're going to be there. And then all of a sudden it's like, nope, you're not.
WonderCon tickets are going on sale shortly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
Well, it was great having you on. You're more than welcome to stay. I don't know how big you are into comics. Are you a big comic person?
I am more of an indie comic person. I came into comics very late. My brother probably has one of the largest collections of graded Daredevil comics in the United States.
Nice.
But growing up, I was never into superheroes. It just wasn't my thing. And I didn't know there was anything other than that. And it wasn't until I started adapting Boston Metaphysical into a graphic novel that I was introduced to indie comics. And it kind of pissed me off because the stories were so great and nobody told me. I mean, no one had told me that this stuff existed. And that really pissed me off.
Indie comics are starting to get their due now. A lot more
Yes.
publications and a lot more TV and movie adaptions are coming out. So it's not just the DC and Marvel heroes anymore. You have a lot bigger universe.
Yeah, and I think Kickstarter has a lot to do with that.
Yes.
I mean, I've run now 11 Kickstarter campaigns.
Wow. Awesome.
And I mean, this is essentially why Boston Metaphysical exists, is because of Kickstarter and my wonderful backers. So if any backers are there, thank you. We love you. Because we just finished, I think in October. Yeah, beginning of October, we finished sending out the last of the Volume 2 Kickstarter rewards. But yeah, and I think I read not that long ago that one could consider Kickstarter the third largest independent publisher of comics, besides Boom and Image. And
wow. It's true.
And the quality of the comics on Kickstarter have improved exponentially over the last 8 years.
Yep.
I mean, when I first launched, you could basically, it's like spaghetti. You could like throw it up on the wall and see what stuck. And that just doesn't happen anymore. I mean, the bar has risen for everyone. So it's like, a rising tide raises all ships. So it's brought everybody's game up. And you're seeing some wonderful, wonderful comics on Kickstarter that you're not, and some of them you don't find in the stores.
Well, it's kind of crazy now too. You have actually people who made it big time, like the big artists, big people putting stuff on Kickstarter to get something going. And you sit there and you laugh. It's like, wait a minute, why are you gonna get a Kickstarter? You're already out there as an artist or a writer or something like that. But hey, whatever works.
No, it does gain them additional fans, and it's actually a win for us, the indies, on Kickstarter as well, because they bring people to Kickstarter that have never been to Kickstarter. I don't know if you saw the Brandon Sanderson Kickstarter, or was it earlier this year? My whole time reference is awful right now. But I mean, his Kickstarter broke the platform. They had so many people pledge in such like 35 minutes. He got like over $1 million, something like that. And he ended with much, much more than that. But if you scroll down and click on the community, I think it's the community tab on Kickstarter, it'll tell you how many returning backers have backed it and how many new backers. And at one point I checked, and he had brought in over 40,000 new people to Kickstarter. So you know that if you launch on Kickstarter, those same people are going to be getting Kickstarter emails and Kickstarter reads, and they may talk about you if you have your project up. So I know some people were kind of upset to have the big names come on, but it's really a win-win for us, because they bring people who would never have considered Kickstarter before, and now they're getting this email saying like, oh wow, you back this, but here's all this other cool stuff you might like.
Yep.
And they might like, oh hey, that is cool, let me go back it.
It's kind of funny, when these things first started, people thought they were scams, or people looking for money and stuff like that, and and then it with everything
evolved though, yeah.
Beginning, yeah,
it's all evolved.
Yep.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there are some people who still
do that,
use it in that way.
Yeah.
There's always bad apples everywhere.
There always is, and which I always tell potential backers, hey, if you're kind of leery of Kickstarter, go look at previous campaigns for this person. Go read the comments. Have they delivered on time? Are their updates, reasonable? Are they updating on a regular basis? Are they keeping people informed? Because stuff happens. I mean, with the pandemic and supply chain shortage, 2 or 3 Kickstarters ago, I think it was for Ghosts and Demons. They literally had it. It was printed. It was boxed. It was ready to go. It was like March of 2020. And the next day that it was supposed to ship, they closed the warehouse in Canada because of COVID. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that except inform the backers that this has happened. As soon as they release it, I'll be, and it gets to me, it'll be shipping out. But obviously stuff like that, you can't
control. Exactly.
You can't control, but you keep the backers informed. When I'm in fulfillment period, I'm usually updating once a week. When I'm done with fulfillment, I usually update people on future projects and what's going on just once a month, to not make them crazy. So yeah, I mean, you're just upfront with stuff. I've never had a problem.
As long as you're honest to the people and let them know, and and once they are aware, then they're good to go. It's some of the people that don't say a word, and you try getting in touch with them, and it's like crickets.
Yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like you said, there's always going to be a couple bad apples, but I always recommend to backers, make sure, go read the comments, go read the updates, see how transparent the creator is, and then, make the decision for yourself if you're comfortable or not.
Definitely.
Well, thank you for joining us. Tell everybody again where we can find you and where they can find you, and they can find your work. Once again, you said Spotify. They can go to your website.
You can go to the website. I'm also on Facebook, Boston Metaphysical Society Comic, Twitter, M. Holly Rosing. Instagram is MC Holly in the numeral 1. And I think that's it. Anyway,
so guys, if you're interested in her work, and it's nice work, it's beautifully drawn. It's. I think you're kicking butt, and I
definitely got my interest. You got my interest now. I want to read them now.
Well, thank you so much for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. And I hope you gentlemen have a great night.
And hopefully we can get you back after the new run comes out and they go and they have their adventures in Pikes Peak.
Absolutely. The plan right now is to run a Kickstarter in March for issues 1 and 2, and then another Kickstarter in the fall for issues 3 and 4. It's going to be a 4-issue miniseries.
Awesome.
Good luck, and it was wonderful to meet you. Thank you so much.
To meet you. I like that I found something new to read and listen to.
Exactly.
Great. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Have a great
Take care.
night. Enjoy the
Night.
rest of your weekend.
You too.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The steampunk aspect is really cool. That time, it's funny, the 1800s. I just started watching Sandman, me and my wife.
Awesome.
And it begins in the 1800s,
Mhm.
which is actually really cool. And I love that time period for some reason. That time period really has a, you're speaking about the society. That time period, everybody dressed up. Everybody was all looking good back then. Now you look at people when they dress, like in pajamas and fuzzy slippers, and they don't give a shit what they look like. Yeah.
Let's see. All right. So now that everybody's here,
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's
So
up,
I
man?
am
How are
late
you?
to the party.
it's all right. You got a sick family. You got to take care of them. We
Good,
totally
good.
understand.
Excuse.
So
My
some of the
and
saddest
my
news
wife
this
are
week.
really sick. It's hard to tell which one is whinier.
Ouch.
It's usually the adults. All the whinier ones.
I think I have some serious internet lag going on.
I am the biggest baby when it comes to being sick.
Hey, I raised my hand to that.
So at least they're not dead.
I don't know if you heard my wife, but she said you are. Man cold next level, she said. So I'm sure everybody's heard the news this week that we've lost the legendary voiceover actor of Batman.
I was surprised when I saw him yesterday. I didn't realize he had cancer.
Yeah.
They-
Me neither.
I had no idea either.
They said it was a quick cancer. He got it, and like that, it was like, damn. And because he was on the Arrowverse. He did a couple of showings at a couple of the cons. that he was at.
Literally, we are 3 weeks away from GalaxyCon in Columbus, and I was ready. I had just told my buddy that week at the comic shop, I'm gonna pay the $40. I'm gonna get his autograph. I usually don't pay for celebrity autographs, but I'm excited. I haven't been this excited to meet anybody in a while. And he was December 3rd. He's supposed to be there, and I'm not gonna meet him. When I saw that, it just hit me like in a whole different way that he
That
passed
kind of hit
away.
me like when Jeremy Bullock passed away as Boba Fett.
Oh,
I never got a chance. I had one time where I could have saw him, and I missed the opportunity, and it really hit me hard when that happened. I'm like, damn. So,
oh.
look,
Everybody when they read Batman, you know what voice you're hearing in your head.
Right.
oh yeah. The animated series, man. Growing up in the 90s, I was in my 20s, but the animated series was something extraordinary when they put that on. And watching that, and look, I'm not a huge Batman fan. I'll be honest with you, and like DC is not my thing, but Batman, I always gravitated to Batman. Things were on. I watched the animated show. I did watch it because it was really cool, and it just the style of it was the old school, and really it was a fun show. And Batman, his voice,
The documentary is really interesting about the Batman Adventures when they did that for us kids, when you were out doing your adult stuff.
Yep.
I couldn't go anywhere after school and watched it at home.
And I catch reruns of this too. You watch the reruns, and it's still just as great as it was when it first began.
Yeah, it was like futuristic, but not.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
It was like, all right, if there was cartoons back in the 40s that they made, like a Superman cartoon, they made Batman,
There
a
was
couple of Batman.
Zeppelin.
Yeah, and it looks like a 40s type of style, futuristic looking, but it was something that was like beyond the time when it dropped. And the Joker.
Well, it was heavily
Joker
inspired by
was-
the Max Fleischer
Yeah.
Superman stuff.
Yeah.
Bruce Timm was a big fan of all that. And the look of it, the style of it, it was just a darker take on everything. And, Batman 89 was when the Batman movie came out. So it's a couple years after that. But they 92, I think, is when the series debuted. And that was on afternoons.
on Channel 5, right? On Channel 5.
Well, Channel 50 for me.
Well, Channel
or-
50, Channel
yeah.
5 here. in New
Right,
York
right. But then it came on Saturday. They moved it to Saturday mornings,
City.
and I
Right.
had my VCR set every Saturday morning for Batman, Superman, half an hour of Superman, half an hour of Batman every weekend. And I have so many of those on VHS before you could own them on, DVD or I have them on Blu-ray now, but like before I had to, record them on VHS timer like every weekend and I watch them after because I would use it to work in the mornings and such. But this was a must watch every week for me when it went weekly. It was just such a great, and like Kyle said, when you hear Batman talk, when you read a comic, when you like that's the voice you hear. There's so many people that have played Batman over the years, but this is Batman. This is Batman
what's
for
like?
a whole bunch of us,
It's like actors portraying characters. Voice actors are very iconic too when it comes to like Optimus Prime, Peter Weller.
Yeah.
Kyle's
Will
10th year.
Yeah, it has Optimus Prime. Peter Cullen, right? Cullen.
Yeah.
And voices like that, you don't find often, and they become iconic and just part of your life growing up. And I don't know, just when they change voices, people get mad because they want the original voices. And
Right.
for 30 years, he was the voice of the Cape Crusader.
I know. Ish is bummed about it.
He got off and changed his name.
He's
for
speechless.
It's R.I.P. Kevin Conroy at the bottom.
Yeah.
Wait a second, that's not Kevin.
So 66 years old is very young.
Yeah.
Yes.
young of an age at the time, like that people are living longer now and stuff like that. And it just, life, man. That's why you have to enjoy every moment of it.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you can. The bad times don't last forever, man. Good things do happen, and just live life, man. That's all you have to do is live it.
Yep, because you never know when it's your time. But I hope he's not in pain anymore, and because cancer sucks.
It does.
So I hope he's nice and comfy wherever he may be. We talked about that.
You can't.
Okay, we're going to go to our worst covers and best covers of the week. So let me... Let me bring Ish back in again. Ish, before we move on, did you have any words to say about Mr. Kevin Conroy? It's pretty heartfelt, dude.
Yeah.
That's some internet issues here.
I was like, before we move on, did you have any heartfelt thing to say about Mr. Batman himself, Kevin Conroy?
About adding to Kevin Conroy, and I think you guys nailed it. Yeah, it's a sad day for the Batman community. Yep.
Okay. So let's see if you guys agree with my worst covers and best covers of the week. So let's get this started. First one I got is this Spider-Man. It's almost really good until you get to right here.
Yeah, but the arms too look a little skinny, like the way.
Yeah,
the
It
fingers
looks almost like AI.
Yeah,
almost reminds me like she's a demon.
yeah.
Like her head's all kicked back over and like her neck's broke so she can move it in funky ass directions.
Looks
And
like
the
they
fingers-
recast her.
She has
with,
4 fingers on her
6 foot
left-hand side.
6.
Yeah, she looks like her head's gonna spin around.
Yeah,
It almost reminds me of like The Exorcist or something. Yeah,
Right. Yeah, totally.
yeah.
It's her name.
Oh, it's creepy.
Namra
Yuck.
Yeah, give or take. The
Oh.
Damn, that's
I have not.
these are ugly covers.
It just first off,
Saber-tooth.
way too much hair. That's
Too
a
much
hairy
everything.
motherfucker right there.
He looks
That's
a little
a
too. He looks bigger than
Too much.
normal.
Looks like a bunch of ants are on it.
Yeah,
Is this Maria Wolf?
It was, I think so. Yes.
Because she's had some really good covers.
I need to start putting them together.
Yeah, she's going over the top right now with this one. I mean, I've liked some of her covers recently, but this one is definitely. He looks like he needs to.
He was lifting weights a little too much, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Let me look. The internet is absolute fucking dog shit right now.
It need more shadows.
Yeah.
I'm looking right now too, Kyle.
Yeah, that's none of my.
I definitely did not pick this
I
up.
almost put that new Todd Nutt cover up.
Yeah, usually he
It
can
is.
make
It says it's the
easily.
wolf cover. Let's see.
Yeah, it's a 1 in 25 Maria. It's Wolf variant. It says so. It's definitely Maria Wolf. This is her style with all the lines.
Yeah, it's.
I've got another crazy cover that looked kind of like that too, but it was a Native American variant. On the front of it, the artwork was different, like kind of like this is different. What variant is it?
It's a 1 in 25.
That's 1 in 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
I know where the other 24
are.
Yeah.
Hopefully they didn't make a lot of them.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, who's ordering 25 of this book?
I respect it, but I don't like it.
Let's see. Okay, next I got. I'm a fan. I think Kevin Eastman this art only works for Ninja Turtles. I think
I'm a huge
outside of
Eastman
Ninja
fan.
Turtles, his art doesn't work.
Well, if you notice Locke, the way he drew Locke, it looks like a character from the Turtles.
Yeah.
So it kind of he draws animals like
it's a rat with wings.
Yeah.
It looks like that bus, the magic school bus driver. Like that lady does.
Look at Kitty Pryde. That's Kitty Pryde, I think, right?
No, she's the bus driver. That's,
I just, and I hate to say it because like Kevin Eastman is such a good dude, and when he draws Ninja Turtles, it's awesome. It just
that looks like 1930s literature that you'd see in like a book about castles and gargoyles that doesn't have any color.
Yeah, or like where the wild things are. That's what that's what it looks
Miss
like.
Frizzle, that's who it is. It's Miss Frizzle. Get back to your bus.
Like, I'm a Eastman mark like all day. Like I will tell you. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Turtles. I'm a huge fan of anything Turtles related. But I haven't liked too much of the stuff he's done outside of Turtles.
No, and the last time I seen that he did a cover, I ended up putting it on the worst cover of the week. Then it's hard for me to actually do.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts to do it. I understand. That Wolverine cover they did was not so great. He did the Thing cover that wasn't so great. There was one they did that was okay. I think it was a Conan cover, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even like Conan, or Conan. I thought that was okay, but it wasn't good.
Ish, did you see anybody really excited to get this cover this week? Did you even order it?
He's waiting for his sign language lady to interpret.
That's awesome. Thanks, Ish.
Thank you. Yeah.
No, I mean, most of these go to pull folders. There wasn't any,
I mean, was there
That's for
anybody that
sure.
was actually like, make sure that Kevin Eastman cover is in my pull box?
Exactly.
Exactly.
So now we're going to move on to the best covers of the week. This cover is actually the video game cover, isn't it? It's from the video game.
That's pretty cool.
That's the best thing I've seen come from that video game.
Yeah, I heard that game was crap.
And that's sad.
Let me find it.
Did anybody pick up?
Like, I'm not
Superman
into video games or nothing, so I didn't really. Yeah, video game cover. So this was the actual cover of the video game. Then I take it.
No, the cover of the front of the video game itself, like the disc.
No, this
I
series
don't-
is based on the game, though, right? It's like a mini series based on the video game. That's what they mean, I think, Kyle.
Oh, I gotcha. You know what? I gotta get this. There's that Diana and Nubia, Princesses of the Amazons. I gotta get that cover. Just because my wife's name is Nubia. So to have her name on the cover of a comic book like that, I gotta get it.
That's cool.
I don't know if you guys seen it or not.
It's like my wife, Nakia.
But like we have, like
Are you gonna show it?
I can show it. Yeah, let me.
Do you have the internet? It's crazy. You can look stuff up.
Right, the power of Google.
Ah, that
But it's
Google.
this
That's
one
what
right
it's
here.
called.
But like, oh shit.
Is that the cover? I thought we were about to have like some DC darkness.
I know, right?
And it sucks because like here's her. This is Nubia's first appearance in comic books. Is a Wonder Woman 204. So she did 3. She's on 3 different covers, and these used to be pretty cheap to buy,
Yeah, not anymore.
and all of a sudden they like
Skyrocketed.
skyrocketed.
Crazy.
I mean, Nubia had a series
Like,
earlier this
China,
year
so we
too.
call
Kyle,
it
did you get
made in
those?
China.
Did you get the Nubia stuff that came out earlier this year?
I got some of it.
Okay,
But I
Nubia,
only
Queen of the
try to get,
Amazon.
like, I try to get it's like when the name is on it.
Gotcha.
So
Oh my god,
and I
that's a
know the first
DC
few- I know
comic
the
book.
first one's had it, but like, let me switch back.
And so
Is there a
like
variant?
with the Kia, the Funko Pop, they have the Funko Pop that had the Kia. So I bought her the Funko Pop, and it's pretty cool. And the Legends toy, the Legends, because it's kind of a name you don't hear often.
Yeah, so I think that's cool.
That is
Always cool.
I like that.
Let's see. Sorry, I got 3 screens. Okay. Next one. This is the best. Looks like he's dropping a Deuce cover of the week. I've
looks
given
just
it
like The Rock,
to
too.
The Rock. It looks like
Oh,
he
yeah,
had some
poop
mad
scissors.
Taco Bell.
Oh, that
This
was
is
this
the
week.
Ben Oliver Black Adam movie card stock cover. But it looks like, yeah, it looks like that Taco Bell ran through him pretty fucking quick.
Oh
So
yeah.
he went in a foot long and came out a foot long.
Yeah,
Ate
I
a pound.
guarantee you
not
wanted to
pounds.
mention that one after it's done.
What book
Next,
was that?
I've got the
That's
Wildcats
cool.
one. It's the art germ.
Oh,
That's
Zealot.
cool.
But Zealot, right? The Zealot? No, is that? Yeah, Zealot from Wildcats.
Yeah.
I
I'll
actually like
take
the
a look
grifter
right
cover.
now. I'm gonna have to. Yes, I'm gonna have to get those, Joe. Thank you for sending them to me. I always try to get. She likes those, so. But yeah, like I'm a huge art germ. So when he
Slappy.
just we had him on the show a while back, and it was so cool to actually talk to him. I'm gonna have to get him back on. And then I've got the new Ghost Rider. Like that's fucking fire right there.
oh wow.
That's a cool cover.
Yeah.
I like that.
Literally. Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
And then I got. This isn't a cover. This is just something I found
That
on
Ghost Rider cover.
It's
When you tell her it burns.
Yeah, I could just imagine if this was a
but
cover.
I love it.
People be
Oh man, but it's
It's
done
nice
by I've Cedric Humbert, and it's Diablo Lordo, and I was looking up his Instagram, but I think that's a great cover.
Should I want that cover now if they do come out with a cover like that? That's actually awesome.
Yeah.
See, something like this will come out like a foreign edition. If you get the foreign editions, you would have something on the foreign edition like this. If you think about it. That's actually a badass cover.
I'm gonna. Yeah, it's a stop screen. I'm gonna share my screen because I'm gonna show some more of his art because there's a lot of it that I actually liked. So I'm gonna pull up his Instagram. So there's that cover right there. Like it's great. Like that
Velma with a booming ass.
Harley Quinn I like.
Isn't that Magic right
there? Right?
Magic looks nice. Oof.
So he just draws some awesome covers.
Look at Leah. I like the Leah cover.
Yeah.
Some badass.
Like I'm gonna have to reach out to this dude and see if I can get him on and talk to us because
that work is
his art.
He loves ass shots. I can see.
Yeah,
Nice.
you can tell he's definitely an ass man. Definitely an ass man.
Oh yeah.
Where was another one that I liked? I like so many. Like,
go back up again.
Let me
The
bring
Princess Leia in the Slave Leia. Well, that's badass. He-Man. I like that. Go back up.
The
I want to see that.
Skeletor? Yeah.
That one, the Slave
This
Leia.
right
Let me see that.
Let me click on
Yeah.
it. It's not a bad cover.
Not
Or
a bad cover either. I
whatever,
like it.
it's not. I like his art.
I would definitely buy that.
I'm gonna have to try.
Because they
get
don't
him
do
on
any
the show.
covers anymore with Slave Leia. They don't do anything with Slave Leia.
Like I gotta give it to him. Dude's kind of on point. Ooh, risque. Look at him.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Is that in Stitties?
Why is Harley Quinn
So
such a...
I just wanted to give him a shout out because I stumbled across this on Facebook, and I was just like, oh man. So then I looked him up on Instagram, and man, there's a He-Man that he did.
Nobody wants to see the He-Man,
I'll
Kyle.
try to find. I know, right? I'm trying not to
That
just
cover
sound
right there is
so
nice.
misogynist.
The two girls cover. That's a nice
Which
cover.
one? Yes.
So you just stumbled across this art and then decided to look him up? So what we saw wasn't
Yeah,
an official cover?
I saw somebody post the Mary Jane just on
Gotcha.
Facebook and what the fuck? Oh, it's him doing it. So, and so when I put everything together for the show, I remembered this art. Oh, I'm going to look him up.
He got some good artwork. He does.
But I'm going to try to reach out to him, see if we can get him on the show. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind some of these covers of the Marvel books. I think it's a little too risky for the Marvel books. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely too risky.
He's gonna have to go to Dynamite.
So shout out to Diablo Umberto.
Now I wonder
killer shit.
who he draws these girls after. If it's his girlfriend, his wife, or somebody like that, because you see, like Scott Campbell draws after his wife. A lot of the girls.
Yeah.
I wonder.
No, Scott Campbell
definitely
just
going to be
draws
the
his
first
wife
question.
with different outfits on.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's not. There's no different girls. It's just one girl.
I know one girl, but I wonder who he's getting the aspiration for this.
Yeah.
You know, because you have to have a model that you get the idea off of that you draw.
Yes. So shout out to him. Definitely going to try to.
Nathan.
Oh damn! I'm not even gonna. Damn, hold on.
Probably his
Damn.
daughter.
That's fucked
Ouch.
up.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
Hey,
Stepdaughter,
distant cousin.
That's better.
babysitter.
Yeah,
There you go. Babysitter. That's even
once
better.
removed.
That's it.
All right. So let's. I was hoping JJ could do some anime talk. You guys watch Chainsaw Man?
I have
No,
not.
I didn't see. I know that a new season was starting, right? Because when I was in the con, when I went to Comic Con, they had
Oh,
they talked about it.
Oh shit.
so awesome. Well, let's get into some anime quick talk. So the first story we got here is, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the dude. Police revealed on
Ishikawa.
Wednesday that they arrested a
Ishikawa.
50-year-old. What? Ishikawa Ishikawa Prefectural Police revealed on Wednesday that they arrested a 50-year-old male resident of Tokyo's Sumidata Ward for allegedly selling bootleg copies of the 1984 issue 51 of Shonen Jump's magazine, the debut of Akira and tomorrow's Dragon Ball manga.
Oy.
The suspect supposedly stated that after his arrest that he sold the copy with the knowledge that it was genuine.
Yeah, got
Shout out to him for selling some bootlegs.
You know, no matter what, like, it's kind of crazy how people can just make copies of anything out there, anything, and they do it to a point where if you just buy it randomly and don't pay attention, because every carbon copy of every like a bootleg of something, there's something you could tell that it's not real. Like anything that's worth money.
It's something they can be proud of to create something.
Like Ninja Turtles 1 is, I mean, Dubba could attest this. It's probably the most bootlegged comic on the planet.
Of course.
Ninja Turtles 1 was the big one, and then Cerebus 1, the
Yep.
counterfeit copies of that used to sell, and then those both sell for tons of money now. Those original counterfeits that people used to do. So there's a market for it, but like not if you're trying to pass it off as the original. Because like John was saying, there's always some kind of tell that you're going to be able to. The technology is getting so much better now than it was in the 80s, of course, and like people are doing this, and like it's going to be hard to tell the difference between some of this stuff. If you're an expert,
I wouldn't mind having a bootleg copy of like Ninja Turtles 1 just to say I have a bootleg copy.
Yeah.
So I got some bootleg copies of some Star Wars stuff that I bought from China. That because China never allowed having Star Wars there in China when the Star Wars began, because they didn't want any American propaganda. So they made some guy made his own comics, and that's actually pretty cool. And I actually think there's some value to some of these bootlegs things, because how many bootlegs do get out there if you really think about it? You know, not much.
It would be so cool to be able to obtain one of those, I think.
Yeah. Because now they'll take them away. If you could find one, there'll be a value to it if you really think about it.
Yes. Aniplex began streaming on Thursday a new promotional video for the television anime adaptation of Hamaji Komoto's Machine. Why aren't you reading this, Hartman?
I don't know. You take over like you're riding the horse. I think you had it under control.
All right,
Aniplex began streaming on Thursday a new promotional video for the television anime adaptation of Hajime Komodo's. What is that? Mashle? Magic and Muscles.
I could have done that.
Well, I don't know what that is. Mashle is not a Japanese word, and it reveals 4 new cast members. And I'm pushing play.
So let me bring up. No, don't push play. They're
all syllables. Quick. The names are syllables. Hajime.
Komoto.
Hey.
Komoto.
Hey.
Okay.
So let me bring up each of the characters real quick, and then we'll move on. Do you know anything about this, Hartman?
I do not. I don't know anything about it.
And I know less than that.
Damn it.
I even know less than that. I don't know.
So
I was
let me
busy
bring up
worrying about AI.
That's what I was hoping, like JJ or someone would join us tonight. But like
They know.
here they
yeah.
are. Here are the new cast members. It's Kiyato
That guy.
Ishiwaka as Lance Brown, Tayaka Iguchi as Dot Barrett, Rihanna Udia as Lemon Irvine, and then as previously announced, Chiaki Kobayashi will be Mash Burnhead. So these are your new characters. If you're into whatever this is, it's all for you.
Sounds good. Looks
Let's
fun.
see.
Isn't the anime con happening soon? They
Yeah,
usually-
New York is coming soon.
I think New York City, yeah, it's coming soon. Yeah.
The extent of my anime knowledge
go to
is
that by chance?
Miyazaki films.
What'd you say about your anime knowledge?
The extent of my anime knowledge ends at Miyazaki films. That's it. That's all I know.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of the new stuff. I've watched quite a bit from a certain time period, but just
Yeah, same here.
What's it? Sushi Roll? What's the name of the Crunchy Roll? What's the name
So
of
this
that?
is
Crunchyroll.
Sam's
Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll.
Man.
Crunchyroll's awesome.
Oh, I know about this one.
So
Sam
this
talked
is
about it
Sam's
last
What
week.
the fuck? Is this the same one?
Yeah,
Kyoji?
Hip Whip Girl. It's like the butt fighting.
Damn it.
But fine, nice. Yeah, nice.
It was so good.
Yeah,
we were
this
talking
is
about
the
it
reason
again.
it's set in alternate reality. Yeah, because it was on the outline. I put it out there. So it's a woman only gambling sport that became a fad in Japan. It matches a top floating platform known as land in a swimming pool stadium. The players fight to defeat their opponents and send them in the water by using their breasts and buttocks.
Ooh,
So
I can get down with that. Watch that.
And the magic
Right?
samurai for the finishing move.
there was a
Exactly.
I don't know if I play it. Sam sent me a little clip of it. It was like they both bent over and then they like rushed each other and their asses were smacking each other all fast and shit. It was pretty awesome. It was pretty. I'd have to admit. So next, let's get into Chainsaw Man review episode 5. So, you guys, did you watch this, Hartman?
No, I didn't.
I know about this. I haven't watched it myself, but I know about this.
I wasn't really planning on having internet.
I wasn't either, but damn it, here we are. So Chainsaw Man episode 5 was awesome. And like I said before, his goal, I just love it. Is if you guys don't know, his main goal and objective is just to be able to fondle some boobies. So the last episode, Power took him to this farm as a trap, but she said, if you rescue my cat, I'll let you fondle my boobies. And so they went there, and he ended up defeating the big boss. And she said, okay, since you saved my cat, you killed the boss, and you saved my life at the end, I give you 3 fondles. You get to fondle me. You get to fondle my boobs 3 separate times.
Ooh, nice.
And then like he got all like discombobulated because he was actually gonna like
But if you're
grab boobies, and he that's where it ended. And this week started. They're there, and he went to go fondle, and she was wearing breast pads. And he was like bummed out, and he was like, so then they fell out, and he was like, oh, what the fuck? And she's like, oh, I wear breast pads to make them bigger. But go ahead.
That's
So then
hilarious.
he got his 3
Whip, whip.
And then he was kind of like bummed. It wasn't like what he built it up in his head to be. So
That's
then he
why
goes back.
anime is genius.
Oh man.
So now he's like bummed out, and he goes back to like the chick leader that he's got a crush on of the devil killing society that they go out and they kill all the devils and stuff. And he's kind of telling her, "Oh, it wasn't what I imagined." And she's like, "This is why you didn't have a connection." And she makes him like touch her face and her ear, and like and then she's like, "You know what? If you kill this certain devil, I'll let you do anything you want to me." And he's like, "Where can I start?" Like he's ready. And like then she grabs his hand and lets her fondle her, and he's like, "Anything I want?" She's like, "Anything." So now he's like ready to go kill this demon devil now, so that he can get it on. and I think that's the greatest. Like it's an awesome anime, but I like the underlying thing that his goal is like every man's goal.
Well, every kid that's like 13 years old, teenage.
Yes.
If you think about it,
to touch boobies and to get it on. So
boobies.
And they did a little backstory on one of the other characters, and so. But if you're not watching Chainsaw Man, like it's on Hulu. It's 5 episodes in. It's worth checking out. It totally
figures on a Disney platform on Hulu.
It's great. It's great. Totally worth checking out.
I mean, it reminds me of like that was Beavis and Butthead's whole goal, like the whole time they were on.
Exactly. He said
That's all
wood.
they ever wanted.
It was just so funny. He was so bummed out when like the breast pads fell. He was like, "What?"
Yeah, it's like you're getting a cheap. It's like you're not getting the sushi you want. You eat the sushi like you have a plan on eating good sushi, and you get that shitty ass sushi that they make.
That's another thing. The waiting for week. Like I will binge it all in one day, the week to week thing. That's tough. That's tough to stay.
That's what I was. A guy I work with, the big like anime guy, and I was like, "Dude, are you watching Chainsaw Man?" And he was like, "Dude, everyone's talking about it. I can't wait to watch it." And I was like, "It's one of those things. Like I like to binge stuff like that as well, but I'm in this predicament where like I enjoy it so much, I can't wait to let it build up. I've got to watch it when it comes out."
Like I'll watch up to like 4 or 5, like Bleach. Like I'll watch about 4 or 5 episodes in a row of that. Like it's just I can't. It'd be like going to the movie theaters and then only getting 20 minutes of it, and then having to leave and come back. It's like when I'm ready to watch anime and read the subtitles, I'm gonna be ready to watch. I'm gonna be in the living room sitting on the floor like a child.
And how many seasons is it already?
It's the first season, and they just started dubbing it too.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure. But just man, their stories are just top quality. That's for sure.
Oh, Double T! I did hear about that Ghibli Star Wars short. I gotta check it out.
Oh yeah, I was reading about
Grogu in it or something. Yeah, I'm very curious about whatever that is.
I want to watch that later on later on tonight. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do we have
a
first appearance? Nope. Okay, so now we're going to get into first appearances of the week. What the fuck is going on? Okay. Oops, wrong screen. Our first appearance is Amazing Spider-Man 13. We've got the Gold Goblin. Ish, was anybody excited to see the first appearance of the Gold Goblin?
Yes, they were. This is I feel this could be a big one. Not huge, but big.
So, I mean, the Spider-Man fans were excited for the Gold Goblin.
I bought this because of the Hobgoblin. I'm a Hobgoblin fan, so the Hobgoblin coming back and getting a treat with the Gold Goblin was a 2+2 for me.
This is dude. What the fuck is wrong with Spider-Man's neck?
Yeah, our Amazing Spider-Man sales are very strong right now.
even
wrong
with
with
the
his
terrible art.
Well, that's, you know,
I'm telling
Look
you.
at
You know what I think
into
it
his
is.
head.
Even with the terrible art.
I have a theory.
What do you think it is, Hartman?
It's AI.
What's your theory?
I think that artists are slowly
We'll
using
get
it.
to it.
probably.
This is not AI. This is
No,
horrible
I'm saying,
AR,
look at the
JR.
angle. Look at the angle of his head. Look at the head of Spider-Man and the body he's holding. Something's off.
That's JR. It's just
He's just
Maybe he's getting up there in
he's
age.
just lost his
Yeah.
touch.
So
He
remember that name, because I'm going to ask you later about that Kyle, that artist.
Well, you drew Hobgoblin good.
Jar Jar. Okay.
yeah, he's old school.
It's like I'll admit some things, like if you go through the book, some things are so badass that he draws. Like you could tell, like there must have been passion there or something, and then other things are like bad and like phoned in, and then other things are just drawn like terribly.
Well, he used to be able to draw, and he gets some little flashes
I
of
think
it.
that's
Yeah,
part of the problem.
exactly, Joe. Yeah, he used to be able to draw. That was all it was.
You might get my connection in a little bit.
So next we get the new Golden Age #1 one shot. We have the first appearance of the Stranger. That is not a good cover either. How did I miss that one? So,
Yeah, it looks like an
was
ad.
anybody clamoring for this one? No.
Looks
I
like
mean,
a
you
flushing
see-
toilet.
They were for the self, but not for the stranger. It's in fact, I didn't even know about the stranger until you just showed it to me right now. But a lot of us for this one shot, you know, and for Jeff Johns and a lot of Justice Society fans, etc., Golden Age stuff. So that was probably the biggest DC book of the week.
Nice. And I'm sure you guys are going to talk about this tomorrow, Dom, but we have High Republic #2, the first team appearance of the Path of the... Hey, why don't you read it since you can talk about it for a minute?
Appearance of the Path of the Open,
What does
the
that mean?
Hand, and the Extremist Missionary Order, and the first team appearance of the Twinkle Sisters, which are two big dudes, dudes or girls. I don't know what they are, but they're huge. Yeah. So this
So
actually,
who's the Path of the Open? What's that?
I haven't read it yet. I just bought it. I haven't read it yet.
Oh shit!
It's just the story. The whole fact is this takes place 150 years prior to the first wave of High Republic books. So they went back, and then the third season is going to go forward again. It's kind of weird, but there's a lot going on. Tomorrow, if you guys tune in,
tomorrow night, guys.
Tomorrow
check
night,
out the Tales from the Dark Side. You guys are going to break it down, I'm sure.
Wave Seeker will definitely break it down more, and he's more into tune. I have to read. I haven't read it yet. I've been behind in my books lately,
So Batman Urban Legends #21. We've got the first team appearance of Arkham Academy, Scorn, Little Kitten, Death Trap, The Noise, and Wannabe Wilson. So, was anyone looking for this one, Ish?
I like the old style, the way the cover looks. I like the
the cover's cool.
Man.
Nobody was looking for this one, I'm sure.
Like I said,
Then
Nah.
pullers, we have pullers that take it, but there was it didn't fly off the shelves.
So we've got the Death of Superman 1, first appearance of Doombreaker. I assume that a lot of people are getting it just as like to be like if you missed the first time
back in the
you were
day,
too young and you didn't get to be a part of the Death of Superman. This is your turn to be a part of the Death of Superman.
I got one of the variants with Doomsday in the cover holding his cape, which it was a fold cover, which I liked. That's about it. I had all these books. I don't have many more, but
Are you talking about the black one?
No, it's a foil cover with Doomsday on the cover, and he has his fist holding Superman's cape. It's like a tear. Where do I have it? I have something.
Oh, it's the Lee Williams cover.
Yeah, I think it's a variant. It was like $40 or something like that. It was like a variant cover. That's the only one I really wanted. You know, because the one I think they had the foil 1 in 200, which they wanted like $200 something for it. I didn't like it. I didn't like the cover. I'm like,
Wow, no offense.
Oh
but
yeah,
they
yeah.
got me.
It's all black.
They got me with all this stuff back in the day, and they're not getting me again.
there you go. Hey,
I bought everything leading up to this whole death of Superman,
You're
and
not falling
everything.
for
And
it twice.
definitely not. Nope. I learned my lesson the first time.
Is that the cover you got, Dom?
no,
Damn it.
that's not the cover. Hey, hold on. Let me get it. I know where it is. Hold on.
Oh, it's this one right here.
Matina. It's a Matina he's talking about,
the
probably.
Francisco Matina cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got it. There it is. Let me see. You probably found it. Yeah, that one. I like that cover for some reason.
That's a cool cover, actually.
Yeah, that's why I bought it. 'Cause I thought it was cool the way he's holding the
That's actually
cape.
really-
Yeah, Matina does good work most of the time.
Yeah.
Oh, Ish left again. I didn't even ask him if it was hot.
No, I actually think it's
Poor Ish.
the best cover out of all of them. I think.
Let's see. Share screen.
Yeah, plus everything's now foil
So,
covers again. The DC is doing the foil cover.
Yes. So we've got fucking 3 screens. So we've got Batman Incorporated number 2. We have the first cameo appearance of Phantom 1, a failed sidekick of Ghostmaker. First cameo appearance of Fisher and an electricity wielder. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Ish is gone. I can't ask him how it did in the comic book stores. Did you guys hear anybody talking about this? No.
I had heard about Phantom 1, but after the fact.
Yeah.
Actually, I heard about Ghostmaker when Ghostmaker first appeared. I heard more about that.
Those were cool covers. Those were cool. We've got Superman, son of Kal-El 17. We've got the first appearance of Red Sin. Dude, look at that. Got the overalls on with some nips showing.
Nipple hanging out. Nipple action.
Yeah.
That kryptonite in your pocket, or you just happy to see me?
And then we've got the first Spider-Man #1, The Lost Hunt.
I got
We've
that.
got the first appearance of Tracy McCaba. It's actually a pretty cool cover.
She's like a voodoo goddess. It's not what's her name. It's not Craven's Love. It's somebody else, a new person, like a voodoo priest or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And it's like this is like the origin of Craven the Hunter that we're finally getting or something like that. So I picked this up. The cover looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is he a PETA activist?
Okay, we don't have a top 5 this week.
It's so stupid.
All right, Hartman.
Yeah.
We're introducing our new segment. It's a comic book
Liefeld
artist versus AI. So
Liefeld
why don't you
versus
tell us a little
AI.
bit about it?
No. So I think that once we see Liefeld drawing some feet that are appropriate and well done, he will have used AI to its fullest potential. But in the meantime, we want to see who can draw it better, AI or Liefeld. And I'm going to say the AI. The AI got it on this one.
So you
These are
went to
all
AI.
These are all
Go ahead.
based on text that I've entered into the Dolly system, which will generate an image based on text. It was accidentally discovered, but it happened, and now people are using it like crazy. So I think artists are going to take it and use it to develop their work more detailed and fix their flaws. So when Rob's feet start looking good in his books, then that's when I'm pointing at AI. So,
That core.
but what do you guys think?
So, damn.
I don't know
But
where he gets his idea for his
It's
feet
life
from.
better. The AI did it better.
this was based on purely just typing in like Rob Liefeld like comic book foot, like just simple, like maybe 4 words to get these images.
Why is there so many toes on it?
Because it's an AI that made it, and it's trying to feel it out. All it knows is that there's toes and that there's that shape. Like as you'll see, there's a few of them here.
Oh, there's more.
Yes, there's a few more.
All right.
So
I'm gonna go with this one is the most closely resembling a foot on the right side.
Is that Beast's foot?
I don't know. It's a foot that he.
It's
drew.
8 foot. Oh, okay.
They're all Liefeld. But that is some freaky shit right there.
That is.
I've ever
That
seen.
definitely is. That actually kind of his
So
foot
what did
looks
you
like a
type
hand,
in to get
basically.
those feet? Right?
I really only typed in like superhero, ultra realism, 4K foot drawn. Like, yeah, and that's what it came up with.
So who do you
Actually,
think
you
won
know
this
what?
battle?
Cleanish.
Hold on. I'll tell you exactly what I got for the chicken ones. I typed in a human foot. And then the first one we looked at, I typed in hyper realistic human foot. So that is what a human foot will get you on AI generated art.
They're a little bit off.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that one, as you can see, is not a foot, but it's still a better foot than Liefeld's foot.
But you know what that looks like? It looks like the door opening to the multiverse. If you really think
I'll
about
tell
it.
you what I
right?
typed in for that one. That was picture of a foot drawn. that's
Oh,
what I got.
jeez. Oh, wow.
And
Maybe
that's
the
a
AI
horse
doesn't
foot.
work that good.
That was the first image that was pulled. Like that one right
I
there.
will not speak any ill of AI, our future robot masters. I'm not saying anything bad about them. On record.
They're quick learners. But I really do think that they're gonna make things. They're gonna make it. It reminds me of I don't know if you guys have seen Love, Death, and Robots, but Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix. There's this episode called Zima Blue, and it's about a painter who goes on to paint these planet-sized portraits, and everybody wants to see his work. And he just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and then he reveals his last piece. And I'm not going to ruin it, but I suggest you check it out on Netflix. It's like a short 15-minute episode called Zima Blue. Every episode is done in a different style of art. Like you'll get like maybe an episode of Pixar style art, Disney princess style art. Like, and this one is it's not my favorite style of art, that's for sure. It's almost like Macromedia Flash ish, but it's one of my favorite episodes, but my least favorite art styles.
How do you spell Zima?
Zima.
Oh, I think I know where this is going.
Huh?
I've heard of this beverage.
Like the 90s drink.
90s alcoholic
Joe
beverage.
says AI has only been doing it a couple years. What's Liefeld's excuse?
It's actually they're short. Some of them are short stories from a book or a written novel like 30 years ago that they took. So some of them are older stories taken, and then it was the guy that did the Deadpool movie. What was it? What's his name? He's the one that directed the Love, Death, and Robots. But yeah, the AI's feet look way better than Liefeld's, right? I mean, hands down. I mean, even though there are two.
This is Liefeld?
Is it? I typed in Liefeld Spider-Man.
What the heck? But the
That's fine.
AI on the side. Look at the
What?
feet. What the heck is going on?
This
I don't
one
know,
right
but
here.
Oh my
going
god!
on? Look at this.
Some
it's
kind
almost
of
like a
It looks
hand
like he's
foot,
a funky
Yeah, like a
mermaid or
hand foot.
something.
like a fan.
Yeah. Got 3 arms. What's going on?
I'll tell you what I typed for that.
Dude.
That was, let me see here. That was Foot of Spider-Man Ultra Realism 4K.
Oh, wow, okay.
Wait do
I
you
think the
see
4K thing is messing it up.
You know what's scary?
Mm.
If this is realism,
Gee.
what it looks like it'll be in real life.
Now this is the free service. This isn't the Dolly 2. This isn't like the new, like the bee's knees of them all. This is still a free service. So and you've got to realize that all these images are based on a pool of data that it pulls from. So it's every image is unique, and you're never going to find that image getting created again, but you will find things that are oddly or eerily similar to things you might have seen before. Because it's like a deep fake. A deep fake takes hundreds of images of a face and then puts it on a video. Like they're all images that you might have seen that are available, but it combines them. So like it doesn't know. It's not like thinking like, oh, I got to draw Spider-Man. It's searching through all of its library to find the information and to give you what it wants, or give you what you want. But the shit's getting crazier every day. Everybody's putting stuff in for this program to manipulate. So we're feeding it data too.
Oh, okay. That's very interesting. Yeah, that Spider-Man on the side looks like a hunchback Spider-Man.
So
on the
I know
side.
they've done that a couple of times. Like I think they did AI. I was trying to bring up something else, but my internet fucking blows right now. I was trying to bring up somebody put all the lyrics of Slipknot into an AI
Oh,
and
yeah.
it generated something, but
It's motion or
Yeah, so
you can generate animation now and music, and you can generate a music video.
yeah. So, but
It uses certain words, so people know how to
fuck,
type
my
in
internet
certain things to
blows.
get it. Are we going to the next one? Because this next one I was pretty amazed at with what it gave me. As you can see, there is no feet in that image.
It can't even draw
But
feet
those
now
are,
for
I think those are pretty damn good at what
Wilson.
it gave me.
I don't know if it can draw feet or if it got too smart. It's learning and
That's pretty
showing you. It's showing you Liefeld-esque feet.
I typed in Deathstroke 4K Ultra Realism foot drawn.
Wow.
And
it
I've
missed the
typed
feet.
in not 4K and Ultra Realism, and it's given me less appealing shit to look through. So, like, they gave me a Batman with a Superman sign on his chest, and like an amalgam of like Captain America, Batman, and Superman. I tried Liefeld but that image right there, the bottom left, that is a perfect scenario. Somebody could take something and create their own quote hero by using like. And I actually used AI for my own personal use in one of the slides. But yeah,
Nice.
AI is concerning.
This week we forgot that. So we're gonna. If you guys have any artists and certain things you'd like us to do, reach out and we'll make a new artist versus AI and see who does it better. So just hit us up on Instagram or whatever. But this week we're gonna do movie wars. I stuck with the war titles. We forgot to put the polls up. I just completely spaced letting Pete know, so I just assumed Apocalypse Now won. So we're gonna move on. It was Apocalypse Now versus Platoon. And from the chat and everything, it was Apocalypse Now won. So now I'm going to do Apocalypse Now versus Saving Private Ryan. So what do you guys think would be the winner of this competition? Apocalypse Now or Saving Private Ryan?
You know, I think I still go with Apocalypse Now because definitely a classic.
Yeah, Saving Private Ryan is good, but how do you beat Apocalypse? I mean,
I know, it's basically a classic when you watch about war. Apocalypse Now is definitely the movie. Saving Private Ryan was awesome. It's a great movie, but it's two different. It's kind of different movies that are in the same scenario, but at the end of the day, I have to go with Apocalypse Now because that 80s, definitely that 80s boom of movies, the way they did movies, because you have something like that, then you have something that Chuck Norris, friggin' Invasion USA come out, which is kind of great, at the same time. So
that's got Dennis Hopper.
Yeah.
And Robert Duvall, man, come on.
When Brandon fell off. So this week, I swear I'm going to have Pete put the polls up so you guys can actually vote.
Brandon slid off.
I swear it. So this week with Cartoon Wars. Last week it was Darkwing Duck versus Gargoyles. This week we're doing Gargoyles versus Batman the Animated Series.
Come on now.
Look, you got to go with Batman. Look, I love Gargoyles the first 2 seasons. After the 3rd season, the animation really started sucking and it was really bad. Batman is Batman all the way. And I love Gargoyles.
You can't read in your dreams. That's what Batman taught me.
Yep.
Never forget that episode.
Amongst other things, that's definitely one of them.
For some reason, that just stuck with me, that episode.
Yeah, I remember. That was definitely like, oh, wow, that's...
Like, holy shit, you're right. I've never read anything in my dream.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. The Batman episode when Robin was taken and the Joker tried turning him and he wound up killing the Joker. It's a sad episode when he was made one of the clowns.
You're talking about the movie.
What?
That was Return of the Joker.
Yeah.
That was Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond, yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
No, was it Batman Beyond?
Yeah,
no,
that was
the Batman. No, the Batman episode with a Batgirl coming in. It was just a joke. It was an episode of Batman. They just actually showed the episode on Instagram the other day, but that episode was sad. I know the movie. They had the movie. Was it Phantasm? Batman Phantasm.
No, Batman Beyond. Return of the Joker is what I think you were describing just now with that.
Was it?
Yeah, with Robin being kidnapped and becoming a clown.
Maybe. I think.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
You might be right. I'm trying to think which. Yeah, but definitely Batman. You can't deny Batman.
It looks like Batman's going to be the clear winner.
Yeah, they had a nice documentary that on YouTube you can actually watch all about the start and the filming of that, or whenever they started doing that Batman Adventures. They said they had a lot of rules to follow.
Yeah, because it was it started out on Fox, and Fox Animated whatever, and then they had so many rules on Fox. Then it went over to WB Animation, and they had so many rules. They couldn't show guns. They couldn't
nobody could fire a gun or
no killing. So many things.
Well, they actually got a Batman series that they just made that it got canceled, and one of the streams are trying to pick it up. And it's supposed to be it's a little bit more violent, adultish cartoon, but it's drawing like 40 style too.
It was made by Bruce Timm, and so it was supposed to be on HBO Max, and HBO dropped it. Yeah. So hopefully somebody else picks it up. I'm definitely.
They've been saying Netflix and somebody else. So Disney was trying to pick it up for Hulu, which is kind of weird.
Yeah,
Disney-
that'd be really weird if Disney
You know?
got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a huge mistake by HBO to drop that.
So I'm going to send these to Pete tomorrow before Tales from the Dark Side, so that he gets these up this week to vote. So, and then I think my next segment is, I think it's my Hot Girl of the Week, and this one goes to Lauren Cohen. When she smiles, we all smile.
Is that a
Wait, wait.
nipple?
Is that nipple showing? Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god! I gotta go.
Okay.
So we give it to her this week. That's an awesome picture of her.
Yeah. Yeah, she's smiling because 11 years of Walking Dead. What do you want, man?
Right? It's like I said, when she smiles,
She's getting her
we all
own series with Negan.
Yep.
Wow.
So shout out to her. We appreciate the wonderful picture you've given us.
Did
of
you
how
paint
happy
that
you are.
nipple in?
I did not, sir.
That's a good
That's-
segment. Painted it or not?
I don't know. That looks good, though.
Boom.
All right, Hartman, on to you.
The Deadly Oculus. So the creator of the Oculus says that he has a headset that will kill you in real life if you die in the game, based on an anime, Sword Art Online, where if you die in the game, you die in real life. So it's rigged with the headset's rigged with explosive. So when you die, poof, you know,
Who the
charges
fuck
will go
would
off,
play that
exploding
game?
their brain, you know, according to Vice. But I think it's a great idea and that they'll sell out.
Oh, yeah.
I suck at video games, so I know I'd be out quick.
Yeah,
Stuff like
I'll be
that.
gone. I'm not the same savvy person that I was back in the 80s and early 90s playing video games. But the new shit today, I can't.
I'm just who's
That
the
was
first
AI generated image right there too, fellas.
Yep.
Who's the first person that gets sued when somebody dies from this?
Right? It'll be like the new TikTok challenge or whatever.
Exactly. I tell you, the Thai, the little Thai pod challenge where you're eating that. It's so stupid. I don't know, man. I think gamers will definitely do this for the sake of like just to try the rush. You know, it's like jumping out of a plane and stuff like
It's
that.
like playing Russian roulette almost.
Yeah, definitely. Wow.
I don't get it.
So,
Sorry about that. I've got
I
some
don't.
shit going on.
So I think. Let's see.
Wow.
Don't forget. Don't forget that Triple D Dodgeball is trying to get to Italy. Go check out. Go check out wherever their GoFundMe and everything to help get them to Italy, so that they can play dodgeball in Italy.
You can check out some awesome clips on Sam's IG. He's always posting and highlighting somebody on his
Let me see if
IG
he
with
actually
different
put names
videos.
up.
He had a good one yesterday, I think. It was a sniper. I thought I read it as Brain, but I think it was Brian.
Okay.
Let's see. This okay, yeah. Here, let me put one up. If you guys have ideas for animated series, hit me up. And
There's a lot of good ones. I think you threw out Batman already, so that's going to be, if you keep going like the winter goes on, it's going to be a tough one to beat, I believe. But.
yeah, I think it is going to be. This is it looks like Tan this week. Thinks he gets Sam out. And remember, if you're in the Phoenix area, Scottsdale Comic-Con, aka Old Man Comics, next Saturday. Let's see. So help support them, help support Ish and Fantastic Worlds. You know, I'd like to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight. I'd like to thank Dubba and Dom for coming on and saving me and God damn it.
Hey,
Saving
I wish I
me
would
and
have knew
Hartman
earlier. I wish I would have
ending
knew
in
earlier.
about 18 minutes.
Yeah.
It's all good. I just want to remind everybody that tomorrow is.
You
What? Oh, sorry, Kyle. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Okay.
No, you're good. Go for it.
Tomorrow is Tales
My internet's
from the
shitty,
Dark
so
Side.
my internet's shitty.
Sunday night, I think 9:15 on the Renovision channel. Pete's got Dollar Bin Digging and Hidden Gems during the week, and then Tack on Wednesday. So make sure you come check that out. Just wanted to remind everybody about all of our live shows and MCM, Mail Call Madness on Friday nights with Dom and Jedi. Had a pretty good episode yesterday. They had some slabs. Dom had some pretty fantastic toys that he didn't know what they were when he was opening the boxes.
I'm telling you, I have no clue. I got a whole shitload of boxes over here. I have no clue what they are. I'm
great.
Like, my wife's getting mad.
I love when you're like opening the box, you're like,
that's
I
the
have
fun
no
of it,
idea
right?
what this is. And then you start opening it up. It's great.
What happens is that I forget because a lot of these pre-orders that I'm getting are pre-orders months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. I'm lucky I know what I ate for breakfast the other day. You want me to
Right.
remember a year ago?
Yeah, and I can't believe Hasbro screwed you with that the Black K figure. They gave you the damaged box, man. I saw that. That was a bunch of crap.
Yeah, that's all right. You know what? Like at the end of the day, I'm not really like some of the stuff.
At least it wasn't a Boba Fett figure, right?
Yeah, hey, listen, I'm lucky I got back the Boba Fett figure that was stolen a few weeks back.
That's awesome.
And the only thing I didn't get was the slab that Shattered Comics sent me a special gift, which I'm really upset with that because it was a special Boba Fett cover that he did for me.
Oh.
And unfortunately, that happened. Hey, look, things happen for reasons. Don't worry.
So yeah,
Strong believer in karma. That person's going to get theirs.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Eric is letting everybody know that he's still got a few copies left. If everybody's interested, for a measly $2, you can get them at FWC or online. So go check out his work.
Nice.
And on that, you guys all have a great rest of your Saturday.
For sure.
And rest of your weekend.
Take care.
All right.